Well, now we're recording, so.
Okay.
The sync clap.
And action!
Okay, well, before today, we had saved the town of Solace, gone back to Bordello, figured out what happened there. Appeared to be a bone naga, had infiltrated the city and destroyed the walls, and a whole bunch of shit went down. Once the Richards returned, they got to meet a bunch of people. Check in with the friends that they had made. You guys saw that Kindly had lost an arm. However, his life was saved by your good friend Leroy. And after splying up a little bit, you decided to head out to the north in search of Athlanco, the next city up. So,
oh my god, dude.
Upon
There's already a sully hair in this thing.
Well, upon making your way, the first few days went pretty smoothly. Nothing really happened, but you eventually approached thicker forest and eventually a swamp-like place. Seeing the sign of a crossroads and not wanting to waste time traveling another week or two around the swamp, you guys decided to power through and came about a bit of a predicament, and that's where we had left off. So, Sailor, you were investigating the area, trying to find safe passage for your horses and yourselves that would not lead you waterlogged for the rest of the time. And speaking of logs, one that you were investigating happened to take a little snap at you.
Description.
So,
Wait, where are we putting the map?
we will, over towards you guys. That should be it. Allow me to bring up my collection on D&D Beyond. Well, so what you see is, for a split second, just this really, really big mouth of an alligator or crocodile-like creature. You don't know which. You haven't really tasted the water yet. For salt content.
I got there.
But it seems larger than normal. The ones you've seen around. So, let's go ahead to...
Yeah, I figured.
Make a bite attack against you, and let me open up my dice here.
Surprise.
One surprise.
Oh, no.
By the way, the rest of y'all are...
How far away are we?
You're about 20 feet away.
20 feet? Is it rough terrain to get to?
Yeah. It's the swamp. A lot of it is water.
Okay.
Some of it is as
you.
well. Like you can get by,
Someone
but it's,
come let me touch you.
you're gonna be going slower.
Actually, it will probably be him.
Yeah.
You have more than him.
Oh, are you gonna take health from me? Go ahead.
Anyway, it's going to make a bite attack against you.
Go.
That's a natural 20.
No.
I prepared for this.
Okay. So
I literally had a plan for it. You rolled a natural 20.
that's a total of 25.
Yeah. Damage?
No.
Oh, to hit. Okay.
To hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay.
I was about to say.
Damage, however,
Not good. Doesn't sound good.
that will be 14 damage. Oh, no, double. 28.
Yikes, that's not good at all.
So, 28 damage,
Yeah.
and thank you. He's going to attempt to drown you and pull you into the water.
Do we see this?
Yes, you guys all hear the commotion.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
It'll forgo its extra attack and attempt to drag you under. So I need you to make a strength check. See if
Well, he's not good at those.
We're
either.
all.
Come on.
Time.
That would be a 1.
Okay.
Not natural.
Not
I
natural.
rolled a 2.
All right.
Hey, I'm a -1 in strength.
Well,
+4.
as it grabs hold of Sailor's chest, arm and chest, it rips him to the ground and does naturally what a crocodile would do, is try to roll him into, especially the water, where it can get a lot more grab on him. So, for now, you are holding your breath to stay alive.
Okay.
Okay? So, just keep that in mind. Now, I
How
need...
deep is there water?
There's water. It's not too deep.
Investigating a log.
It's not too deep. Maybe like a foot and a half where you are.
Am I under the
But it's
water?
enough for him to like pull you under.
Am I under the water?
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, everybody roll initiative now.
Come on. Anyway.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I rolled all my natural 20s.
That's your fault.
Rolling
I
over
have
there.
15.
I'm a 14.
Okay, hold on.
Where's our thingies?
The initiative.
I got it.
Probably made these for this guy.
Oh. I'm sorry.
We didn't use it last time either.
No.
When we thought we did.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
I'm putting that.
You don't have to go get them.
Yeah, we're fine. This combat's smaller. Okay. So, 25 to 20. No one? 20 to 15.
15.
Alrighty. 15 to 10.
14.
Okay. And your deck. What is your dex?
Plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay.
11.
It's 11.
Plus
Oh,
2. Plus
shit.
2. It's a 4.
Oh, it's a 4, sorry. 4.
Okay, 11 for you,
Me?
Sailor?
11 for me.
Yeah.
How?
It goes before me.
For some reason, how do I spell sailor?
It's like
With
the
an I on the
occupation.
end. I know.
I think it goes before me too. You definitely
And
do. But he asked what my modifier is, so it probably goes before me. It's not that high.
okay. So, Saria, you are first up. If you want me to describe the area around you, are you guys on your horses, by the way?
I'm
Just
on my
wondering.
horse.
I think that all of us were on the horse except for him.
On the horses. Okay. So, on your horse, make a perception check.
A 5.
Actually,
Oh, no.
sorry. What is your passive perception?
Okay. 12.
12. Okay. So, along with the commotion near Sailor, you notice ripples in the water to your left. He is to your right.
Oh shit.
A little ways off. Maybe 30.
I don't see him, or I did see him go under.
You did see him go under. You saw everything that happened.
But you also saw ripples in the
You also saw ripples
so
in the
I'm
last.
guessing there's other things.
Yeah.
So I'm.
And you are
just-
20 feet away.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on my horse. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
But I am going to ask for some help in conjure animals and conjure a level 2.
Okay.
Singular beast.
Remind me, that is a casting time of 10 minutes, I thought.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
What is the
It's an
casting
action.
time? It's an action?
yeah.
Okay. Good to know. What are you going to try and summon?
Level 2.
You pick.
CR2?
You pick.
What are the ones on the list?
Giant constrictor snake, giant elk, hunter shark, plesiosaurus, polar bear, rhinoceros, tiger, swarm of poisonous.
Let's go with the snake.
Which one?
big one.
The constrictor snake. Let me bring that one up as well.
And do you control it? Cool.
So, I'm sorry for that. That's what's funny.
Okay. So I just have this giant friendly snake next to me.
So the snake, it almost comes out of the ground. Snakes burrow sometimes, but with the swamp and all the reeds and vines on the ground, you don't even see that it's there. It's like it just came from nowhere, but it just peeks up out of the ground. And this snake is like a solid, 20 feet in length. It is a large creature, I believe.
It is a giant constrictor snake.
Yeah. So,
Oh no.
it pops up about. Let's see. Does it have a range on where it can pop up?
It just says range area 60 feet. But I think. I don't know.
So you can
Put it
make it
anywhere
appear
within
within 60 feet.
But I
So,
went next. Well, I went as close to him as I can get.
okay, so you can get it right next to him. Like, it's coming out of the water, about to go after the crocodile.
I need to roll initiative for it.
Roll initiative for it.
9 plus 2, 11, same as me.
11? Okay. And your dex is higher, right?
Plus
Mine's a 14, it's a 14, we have the same dex.
Okay, I'll put you since you are a PC.
It doesn't matter, it's before both of us, so.
Okay. Is that your turn? Or would you like to move?
Nope, I'm staying on the horse for right now since I have. Nope.
Not the entire area is difficult terrain, but you will have to navigate through it. Okay. Next up is Flint.
Okay. I figured it was gonna go before me. Okay, so on my horse, how far can I go? Like, can I reach him from the horse? Or get partway with it?
You could reach most of the way with the horse, but the horse might have some trouble staying up.
Okay, never mind.
You could try to take the horse forward and then get off.
I was gonna try and get as close as I can with the horse without it, like, suffering, like being difficult to,
Okay.
for it to
Yeah.
stay alive.
I'll
and
say
then
that
jump off.
that could be easily accomplished if you use the horse to take your movement and then get off.
Okay.
I'll say
How
make
far away will I be?
one either acrobatics or athletics check
It's way better.
just to make sure you don't fall into the mud.
Natural 19 for a
Okay.
27.
You're fine.
or
You hop off there.
26.
You've ridden horses in your military history plenty of times. You know what to do. So, you're approaching Sailor and the crocodile.
Yes.
It's churning through the water, just trying to eat him up. You see like some red coming up into the
Can
water.
I get to it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take
You get right up on it.
2 attacks. Just battle axe swings.
Okay.
Or would I be able to pull him out?
You can. You can make a strength check to
That's a
pull
better
him
one.
out.
I'm gonna make a strength check to pull him out. A strength check. For athletics or
It's a strength check.
strength check. Okay.
Well, I believe it's strength check to release grapple.
Well, it's an 18.
Athletics. It's an 18?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did increase the DC because he was underwater, but you still managed to get it with the 18.
Okay, cool. So
So you wrench him out of the jaws of the crocodile. It was in the process of clamping down again and trying to rotate over. But in that split second, you grab him and you yank him out.
okay.
In that
Do I
process,
have
he
any other movement, or am I done? movement's
you would be
25.
about at the end of your movement.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say if I have any movement, I'll try and pull him back.
Yeah, and you are currently in difficult terrain.
Then I probably can. So
Yeah.
that's it.
So you pull him out of the jaws. He is bloody and has plenty of holes in him. It bit into him pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Was Sailor?
Can I push him behind me?
Sure. I'll say you can do that.
You do have a snake, right?
You can try and you can try to guard
Holy
him.
shit, there's a snake. I don't know what it's doing.
Don't fuck a snake.
Okay.
Snake's a friend.
So the next up, if that's everything you're doing.
I believe that's all I can do. So yes.
Okay. So the next up is not that crocodile.
No.
It is the other one.
Oh great.
So it is going to use its full movement to... let me just make sure. Yes. It's going to use its full swim movement to get up onto land, and then the rest of its movement... It was about 40 feet away, but it has a 50-foot swim speed. So, it's going to try and make an attack at... see who it takes a bite out.
Because I can take it.
Oh, no, it's nearer to them too.
Oh, okay.
What?
You guys are still on your horses. It was to your
Okay,
left.
thanks for pointing out.
I know.
You're welcome.
But I
So-
didn't want to acknowledge it.
It's going to notice Aurora and her horse and try to go to the thing that can reach right now, which is the horse.
I was going for your horse. No, I'd rather not
Caboose! Is that his name?
Yeah.
Wait, what's his name?
Caboose!
Let me check the AC
I
of
forgot
a
what
horse.
I named.
I
I don't think I
will
named
use a
my
spell
horse.
to heal my
Yeah, we
horse.
already had a name.
Aw, you should have asked.
Well, let Sailor die, but no, the horse is...
I wanted to know
The horse is
about
mine.
your name.
Alrighty.
Kaboom!
That is going to hit.
Oh no! You better jump.
No.
It's alright, I turned into one for you. It's okay.
Oh no.
Goodbye, me later.
Oh my god, I hate you guys.
Alright, it takes a big chunk out of the caboose's thigh.
Oh no!
Um,
Caboose.
Caboose immediately just like crumples down and throws you off. But the leg's not severed. He's still up. Okay? But he did take 13 points of damage.
Are you keeping track of our horse's health?
Now he is.
How much health does a horse have?
19
19.
is average. Unless you want to roll for your horse for the entirety of...
No, just keep it at
I'm
19.
good.
We gotta keep it
Alright,
empty.
Yeah, this is just gonna go.
Alright, so your horse has 6 remaining hit points. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I scream, Caboose!
It's just...
I didn't know that's what an alligator sounded like.
I don't know what
It could be a crocodile. We don't know. We haven't. It's the water. Well, actually,
Maybe it's an undead crocodile.
when I was under the water, was it salty or fresh?
Brackish, actually.
I have no idea what it is.
So you taste salt, but a lot of it's from like the plants.
Yes.
It's swamp water.
Okay,
I'm going with crocodile.
I'm going
But yes, these are crocodiles.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That will be its turn. It's just going to try and... Oh, actually. Being that you...
Do I get
Make an athletics check. See which...
Well, you're not good at those, aren't you?
Not bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
Alright, I'm bad.
Okay,
So-
what did you roll? 4? Okay. I'm going to determine which side of the horse you go down on.
Wait, can I land on top of the crocodile?
You do.
Right.
No. You land on the other side of your horse.
Okay.
So away from it. So it's gonna try and scamper around since it sees you. It's gonna do his little, his. I mean, he's meaty. Like, they're not as tall as you. I mean, they're maybe half your height.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, like standing on their legs, like ready to go.
Great.
These are very large crocodiles, but he's gonna try and crawl over the body of the horse and go after you. So he's gonna make a tail attack against you. That is a 13.
Nope.
All right. So he makes it. He's crawling over, and the horse is wiggling around, so it's just too much movement for the tail to connect. So next up is Sailor.
I will. Okay.
We'll be back up in the shoot.
I will. Cast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
I'll cast Fly.
He said no.
on Flint.
Oh.
Okay. Little dwarf is like.
He just
Holy shit!
he just
This is awesome!
farts into the air. By that sound, apparently.
He gets scared.
Yeah. And I will also use my bonus action to sing.
Okay.
Am I in?
You are prone right now.
What?
You are prone.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
I
hold
will.
up behind me. He's still prone.
I'm sorry. You drag me out. Well, then I'll hold onto his leg and like cast fly on
Okay.
his leg. And then I'll sing.
That's easily done.
And I'll get up.
Okay.
And then.
So as you're singing, he kind of like interrupts you with his farts. And you're like, damn it. But then you keep on singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then...
I can work with this rhythm.
Am I in range?
He pulled you behind you. But he pulled
of
you
the
behind him.
crocodile?
So you're about 5 feet away.
So
So
You
if
can take a step forward and
What if I want to take a step back?
then you
you don't know. You'll
Don't
find
know.
out. I can help you if you do.
I will stay where I am then.
I can help you if you try to live.
Oh. Then I'll back up. I'll get away from him.
I'll use protection so that it has disadvantage on
disadvantage on the attack.
Opportunity.
And that is a rack. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a reaction.
So it will take its opportunity to attack.
Okay.
On you. That is a
What's protection?
natural 3.
It's a
So
disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So natural 3.
Okay. That doesn't.
He missed. His tail sweeps out, but you jump up out of the water just in time to have it pass under your legs.
Okay. Cool. And I have 20 feet of movement, but if it's difficult terrain, I'll get like 10 feet away.
Sure. Keep forgetting you can see this.
I see everything.
Look me, I'm gonna boom.
With me. Don't with me.
Okay. So, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. In your turn, you are flying and you are singing and up now.
Oh, you have 60 flying.
60 flying speed? Oh, that's great.
Very good.
Yeah.
It is now a snake's turn.
Yes.
What would it like to do?
It would like to attempt to constrict the
Okay.
giant crocodile in front of it.
That's not terrible.
14.
14.
It's a giant crocodile. It can't be that hard to hit.
It is not too hard to hit, and it does connect.
Oh.
The
Okay,
snake
so-
goes underwater and it kind of wraps around a couple times. 1, 2, 3, right around like its rear end, and then heads up towards its head.
It's grappled.
Okay.
It's grappled. Okay.
Grappled.
That is 15 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
15 bludgeoning damage. All right.
There we go.
And it is
F shit
grappled.
up.
It is now grappled
Cool.
and restrained.
Alrighty.
Wow, that means you can't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grappled and restrained. Cool.
That's
Okay.
all it's gonna do.
You ever watch those videos of like the snakes like trying to eat the crocodiles in like Australia in someone's backyard?
Yeah.
That's what's happening in
That's
my head.
Australia.
That is Australia.
I'm just gonna bring up the thing.
Man, my snake ate my spider ate my cat. Australia.
Oh,
Australia,
crap.
man.
All right. Cool.
No doubt.
Okay.
All right. Next up is that first alligator. So first thing it's gonna do is it's gonna start rolling and attempt to get out of that grapple.
What?
That is a 13.
Nope.
No. Ooh, escape is 16. Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. So it spends its turn just rolling around, but the snakes literally just it's coiled around it. They're both hissing at each other, and they're locked in a beast battle of giant creatures. And it can't escape right now.
One of them's my friend.
Alrighty. So that ends the crocodile's turn. Aurora, you are up and next to your very injured horse with a crocodile trying to kill you.
Well, I'm like tearing up and I'm like, Caboose, don't die on me. And I cast Toll of the Dead.
Oh, it's gonna heal again.
We were always just like, don't you dare do it.
Not
right now. Not right now.
That's so
When
good.
it has
Okay,
hit points
Toll of
with
Dead, it
me.
needs to make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Really?
I have something word press.
Yes.
7 left.
Ooh,
It
good
was
thing
a
I
crit,
chose
and
that.
I'm squished.
That is a 17.
And it wasn't singing, so...
It passes, so the bells ring, but it's underwater, and the
Technically, sound moves better underwater.
does, but the transition kind of
through medium. You're right.
Okay,
transition messes it up. Just a little fuzzy. It's busy right now, trying to eat you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon
All right, yeah, you can do that.
and try to hit him with my dog.
All right, so the dong comes out. You want to just like rise out of the water? Okay.
Behind it.
It does the whole like Aphrodite rising out of the water thing, and you're like,
God.
I know that.
You were the only one that heard that.
Magical.
Did you hear me?
It is on the thing.
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
That's
Ooh.
20.
20 hits.
Alright.
You connect with the dong.
good.
This is when we learn who's loudest.
Very much so.
That's not bad.
Alright, we have
That's not bad at
5.
A 5? Okay.
And I'm
Good to
gonna
know.
try
Plus,
to...
don't you add
Any
something?
damage?
It
I
was a
did.
3 plus.
Oh, okay.
Any damage?
If I leave, does he get a reaction?
Yes.
You don't know. I mean, you're
You're in melee with it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna stay there and be like, hey guys, I can't get away. Please. Someone help me. The snake's got it.
okay. So that's the end of your turn.
I guess.
How much
It
did
just
you get for
it tries to hiss at you.
One in front of you. I haven't done that.
Because I remember that crocodiles hiss
Wave
instead
the dog
of
in front of his
growl.
face.
Okay. Cool. Back at the top of the round, Saria, you're up.
Okay. Between me and her is the crocodile. It's like
So you
within
guys
5
are
feet
about
of her.
15 feet away from each other.
So
Your group was, spread out a little bit.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But she is about 5 feet away from it.
I'm going to cast Thunder Wave on it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It's a constitution for you, sir.
Oh, you got probably really high constitution.
I will roll the Constitution check with a 18. So I believe it's safe. No, 16.
Kill my Thunder Wave doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything?
It's not a half damage if it saves.
I'm checking right now.
Yes.
Oh, sweet!
Alrighty.
Still does
Go
something.
ahead and-
Cast, you said we were 15 feet away. I'm putting it like the cube right in the middle of us where we can't get hurt.
Okay, what's the... 10? Okay, yeah.
Wait.
It's a 15 foot.
Now,
Yeah.
I will say, it crawled over the horse to get to her.
You're gonna
You're
hit
gonna
the
hit
horse.
the horse. Unless you put it, like,
I mean,
in
she's
the
gonna put
corner.
the corner there, you know?
Like,
It's
away
on
from
the horse.
It's on the horse.
It's on the horse?
It's literally
I
on the
thought you
horse.
said it
What
crawled
you
around the
gotta do?
horse.
You didn't
No.
tell me that. I
It
wouldn't
crawled
have
over
done
the
that.
horse. That's why it missed. That was the RP that it missed, because it was wiggling around so much.
No, I've already done this, so sorry, Caboose. Someone didn't tell me he was on the horse.
That was my bad, but I did say it earlier, so
It's only half.
We'll find out.
we will find out.
3.
Three.
It's alright.
He's still alive.
He's alright.
He is. He had 6 hit points left, so...
He's at
Yeah,
3.
But it took 3 damage?
Yes.
Alright,
Stay alive.
good to know.
He's
I
alright.
really like this new system of doing health. You add instead of subtract.
Okay.
It makes it much easier.
I usually subtract.
I usually subtract 2 so much.
Alright. So, the Thunder Wave... explain what your Thunder Wave does, because I don't know exactly what the spell does.
Just like a little cube, you know, ironically just stops and just in a certain spot.
It's like it hits a barrier.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I
also very
assume it's
loud.
like not enough force after that point to do damage.
Yeah, it's also very loud.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so the air just rips with a loud crack, and then
Excuse me.
So, like, from underneath Sadia and Gallet, it just like thunder just comes from the ground rather than the sky. It just like, sweeps underneath me.
alrighty, cool.
Kind of
Well-
like, you know when it goes across the sky? It's like that, but on the ground.
And that sound is audible for a good. 200
that big
feet.
Stuff's coming.
That'd be aight.
It is muffled by the trees a bit, but
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Flint.
Cool.
You are raring to go.
Yeah, I'm very
And
excited.
flying.
I'm very excited. Okay. So question, if I swing at the grappled crocodile, could I potentially accidentally hit her snake?
Yes. In that.
But you have advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
I
If it's
do have
grappled.
advantage on the attack roll.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 strikes at the crocodile.
Okay.
With advantage, right? So first one is 17. To hit.
Misses.
Misses?
I
The
increases,
AC?
increases AC because of the thing. But you did hit the structure. What is the AC of the snake?
I hit the snake?
The AC of the snake is 12.
Okay. So apply damage to the snake.
Shit. Okay. That's only 1d8. So.
Because the snake is wrapped around it.
That was really good. 12 damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's aight.
I'm gonna
PBI.
swing again.
Okay.
If that didn't hit, you don't need to be hitting it immediately.
But also he
He already said
said
it.
2 swings.
Yeah.
I did
All
say
right.
2 swings
Go ahead.
against it. That's a 21 to hit.
You do manage to go in between the rungs of the snake and chop into its
How much damage did you
it's
do?
leather.
12.
I wrote it down, but I wrote down 60, which is the...
Okay, so then this one is 10 damage.
10 damage. So you swing down with your battle axe, and as you do, you kind of like fall forward a little bit,
Yeah.
but the momentum's good enough to pass.
Just like flip.
Yeah, it's enough to just cave in like part of the like the ribs area.
Okay.
And that was 10 damage, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And then, where is Sailor in relation to it?
10 feet away. He's just behind
I
where
will
you were.
move in between
No.
the crocodile and Sailor.
No, I'm
Just
just
around
I'm
it.
10 feet from 10 feet away.
Right, you moved.
Yeah. So I'm 20 feet away from it.
I'm still gonna move in between the two in case it tries to charge him.
Good enough.
Brace for.
Thanks for the help, Flint.
If I leave, it'll attack me. So, and I have advantage on it.
How far away is she from me?
No, I'm flying,
Hmm.
but I can fly up to 60 feet.
She's about
If I turn around.
15.
Okay.
You guys were clumped up a little bit, but the party kind of separated because of the terrain. Yeah.
That is my turn.
Okie dokie. Good to know. And that leaves the alligator crocodile next to you.
Is the one that mine's consuming dead?
No.
No.
You just have to be
So, not caring about the horse anymore because it is
Obviously.
wounded and down the ground. Actually,
Doesn't say. Let me see.
Also, restrained
Yeah.
creatures have disadvantage on dex saves.
correct, yes. Okay, so it's moving past, it's just going to go for you and try to drag you as just like it did Sailor. Okay, that's a natural 1. So,
Oh, wow, lucky.
What happened? I'm sorry.
He rolled a natural 1 instead of a natural 20.
For what?
Her.
The croc. The
Yeah,
croc
her.
did it.
okay. So it's it missed with its jaws. The jaws have missed because you're just concentrating on. You're trying to like dodge them out of the way, and then it sweeps in with its tail, which is going to be a 14.
Nope.
All right, you hit against your side, but your armor protects you from the blunt impact, and you're just pushed a little bit to the side. No actual damage, and it's gonna move past the horse and get up next to you. After that, it is Sailor's turn.
So what did it do to you?
Miss everything.
Okay.
It didn't roll too well.
I will.
What you doing, Sailor?
I'll mage armor,
Mage armor, okay.
and then I will also use a bonus action to take my healing potion.
Good to know.
It's my last one.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're going
You
to
could have done your
exchange.
incantation.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Your mage armor incantation.
I don't. I used them all.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm.
No, I'll use it. I'll save it.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
Wait, what?
No,
Nothing.
I don't remember it. That's why.
Alright, you were at almost max AC. Next up is the snake. What does it want to do?
It's going to bite.
Alright.
The thing that it's holding.
Make an attack roll against the
Advantage.
I know. Good.
face of the crocodile.
Um. 13.
13 just hits.
Oh.
Okay.
It's big and it's
I
wrapped
rolled a
around.
7 and a 6. So.
I healed 7 hit points, just saying.
Alright.
So just as many as I have.
That's great.
There you go.
Okay, so 2d6.
Jeez.
That's okay. It's a 7.
7 damage. Alrighty. So the constrictor snake latches on like right behind the eyes on top and just bites in as hard as it can. And there's blood seeping out of the water and everything. It's pretty gruesome.
After it bites down, it looks up at Flint and just like gives it the most confused snake look that
I'm
it can give
sorry!
it.
I also don't know! Like, you're helping, but like, don't know if you're on my side!
Alrighty.
So I'll let you know in 6 seconds.
It is.
What time of day is it?
I'm not too sure where we left off. I believe
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure we've been traveling through.
about like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you said it was
Okay,
like
good.
2.
Good.
No, no.
I can do that.
There's plenty of hours still left in the day.
Yeah.
We gonna be able to rest inside.
It is that crocodile's turn. I keep saying alligator because I wrote them down as alligator. But
It's not an
It's not an alligator. The water's brackish.
alligators can do some crazy things.
You mean a crocodile?
No. Alligators, they come up on the beach sometime. Like actual alligators, not crocodiles.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Oh.
From experience.
Let's not do that.
From experience. It is going to try and roll out.
Okay. Roll out.
Roll. Oh, boy.
Roll out.
Crocodiles. Roll out.
Ooh. That is a 19.
Oh.
So, because of the damage that was inflicted by Flint, a part of the snake is a little bit looser. And the legs just kind of shoot out, and it rolls, and eventually it unrolls the snake, and it is now free to do what it wants. And what it wants to do is kill that snake.
Is that not an action to get out?
It is an action to get out. Good to know. In that case, it's going to try and seep back into the water. And
Opportunity attack?
It's getting away.
So, this crocodile's lived here for a long time. So, and it's all murky and matted, mud on its hide and everything. It just kind of like back into the water.
But it's getting out of my melee range.
Yes.
So
I
I
get
get
an
an
opportunity
opportunity.
attack.
Yeah.
It's gonna try to constrict it again.
Can you make a constrict?
No,
As
it's
a-
just
Just a bite
it would be
attack.
like a
It says
different.
melee weapon attack.
Oh.
Constricting is a melee weapon attack.
I'll let it pass.
It does say that.
That's okay. 16.
16 connects.
So
Yeah!
you ain't
And I
going
can't go
nowhere.
anywhere. Do I get an attack because it tried to move?
I guess so.
She did 17 damage.
17 bludgeoning.
17 bludgeoning.
Ow!
And I do get an attack?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not at an advantage, right?
No.
I didn't think so.
Because
Because it was
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I got constricted again. I missed. It's a 10.
Fly away a bit.
I'm checking on something real quick.
I'm not used to flying around so
Yeah.
much.
I'm just gonna write this down because I'm gonna forget. Okay.
Okay, and
I rolled a 10, I
17.
missed.
Yeah. you're up next, by the way. And
Me?
No. Yes.
Sam.
Me.
Oh, you went on it.
Oh yeah.
She's last on first.
Yeah.
He's in the middle.
How close is this crocodile to me?
Right next to
Like,
It just tried to attack you, so
close
it's right
enough
next
for
to
me
you.
to touch it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what she's doing, yeah. Also, like, with the grapple thing, it's disadvantage on dex saves. So, if you have a spell that has a dex...
I'm gonna try to get the one that's closest to me before I go after that one.
Ooh, I have a dex.
I do too.
I would do
But
that.
it'll
it
get
is
On the
the,
grapple one.
it'll get the snake
Oh,
too.
then no.
yeah, so how much damage was that?
17.
17 damage, okay.
I'm kind of worried about the one that's trying to kill me since it has no damage.
I'm working on it. I tried it at 3.
I had to do some. I had to help myself first.
You did need to help yourself.
I'm trying to make sure we don't get ambushed this hit.
Trying to make sure I don't die.
What are you doing on your turn?
It's my turn.
Flint is after Sylvia.
I
She
haven't
is
gone
right.
I
yet.
didn't go.
Oh,
It's
I-
my snake.
sorry. Yeah, Aurora, you can go.
I was like, I didn't go yet.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
All right.
You just gonna touch it.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, 19.
That's a good.
19 definitely hits.
Alright. This one's December.
No, yes.
That's not.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
Oh.
that's cocked.
No, it
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't.
It was in the
What's
corner.
cocked?
No, that was good.
Okay, 30.
30 damage?
She rolled a
Yeah.
10.
And it's 3d10.
No, you rolled
No,
You
no,
rolled
no,
it
no,
three-
no.
you
Ah,
rolled three
right.
times.
So 10.
Alright,
16. Oh, there you
Alright,
go.
25.
Almost just as good.
It was a 9,
20
right?
what?
Yeah, it was a 9.
9, 6, 10. 25.
Was that a 9?
Yes, it was a 9.
25 damage, okay.
25.
Good to
Glad
know.
you saw that 'cause I thought it
I'm
was-
glad you guys can count really fast.
Alright,
I
and
have
then
to
I'm
count
also
my
going to try to
fingers.
hit it with my dog again.
Alright,
I know what you
go ahead.
got.
Oh, that's an 8.
it's an 8. 8 does not hit.
I didn't
So
think so.
it just recoils, and while the dong is coming down, it recoils away from what it would have hit. But it cannot.
Okay.
As with normal, the dong hits, it goes boop, but since it's a swamp, it goes boop.
It's like a
So,
slap
yeah.
noise.
Squishes.
But good to know. Good damage on that roll, by the way.
What?
It squishes and there's a dent in the mud.
I love
What'd you say?
Inflict Wounds.
It's like good damage on the roll for her.
Yeah, for inflict
Is
wounds,
it
that's
hurting?
great.
What?
Is it hurt?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
I mean, it took some damage. It's angry. A lot angrier than it was.
Oh, great. Okay. Hey guys, I think it's mad at me.
Go ahead.
Infestation.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, let me pick.
No,
Please.
Is infestation a concentration spell?
Yes. No.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
con. It's a con for you.
Okay, but It is.
It's not.
It is not a concentration. Okay. So, which one are you aiming it at?
The one nearest to me.
Is your conjure animal?
No, it's just a ritual. Oh yeah.
No, it is a concentration.
Oh, no, it is okay.
But no, infestation is.
Yeah.
Did you mark it up?
I did.
And you're aiming it at the one near you? So, the one Aurora's finding?
Yeah.
Hey.
Right?
Yes.
Alright. It did not pass. It's con save.
Okay.
Wow. I'm
Con
surprised.
13, so you didn't pass.
Was it a natural one?
Yeah.
That is. It's a 5.
5 damage? Okay. What kind of damage is that?
Poison.
Poison.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
5 poison.
Good to know. I was thinking back to our...
Okay, sorry. Crocodiles are lizards, guys.
Okay.
Lizards are cold-blooded.
Okay. Fire damage.
Cold damage.
Cold damage. They're probably both.
Fire damage would just warm them up.
Whose turn?
Right, but they like an equilibrium.
Okay, that's all I can do. I can still
Flint,
on horse.
you're up.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
a
going
good
to
ice person.
swing at the one that's nearest to me, the one that's grappled and
Okay.
restrained.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Remember, if you hit with normal... If you hit the snake's AC, you hit the snake. If you hit its AC that's higher, you hit the thing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, jeez. Okay,
that's
that's
fine.
fine. Yeah, it's a
That's fine.
23.
Okay, so your first attack connects right in between... well, you just go for the head. The snake's not even close to there yet.
Oh, 5 damage.
That's why you throw it in the trash.
Fuck off. Attack number 2.
Alright, number 2.
21.
21 hits the crocodile.
Oh, God.
9 damage.
9.
9.
That's not hard.
I knew about it.
9 damage. So it's 14.
It's still up, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
I will action
It is-
surge and hit again.
It is hurting.
I will action surge and hit again.
Please don't hit my snake.
Try not to.
Is that a euphemism?
Hold on.
You know, Freud thought snakes
can't
were
do
phallic
that.
symbols and dreams.
23.
23 hits.
That makes it What'd you say?
Freud thought that snakes and dreams were phallic symbols. Meaning,
I know.
penises.
I got what you meant.
7 damage.
Oh.
Oh.
7 damage.
Alright, 7 damage. You chop away at the same place that snake had bitten,
Mm-hmm.
and the skin is already torn a little bit, and the head just...
Cool. I will
Chops
use
and
the
falls
rest,
into
I
the-
will use my fly speed movement to get to the other one and hit the other one with the second attack.
right, because you have 2 attacks
I have
per
2
action.
attacks per action surge.
Okay. So go
Right?
ahead.
Because it's my attack action again, which I get 2 attacks.
So that one's
per
down.
Attack action.
That one is down.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah,
Just double checking. Okay. And this one's not at an advantage because it's not grappled.
Correct.
That's the one you infestation.
18 to hit.
Your infestation's on it.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
11 damage.
11 damage. Good to know.
And that. And then I will move myself so I'm within 5 feet of her.
Okay.
Because she's the closest thing to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will
Really
put myself within 5 feet of her. Still around it.
So you want
Not
to be
leaving.
in melee with pretty much both of them, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to be within 5 feet of her in case it attacks her to do protection.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's
my turn.
Alrighty. So it is its turn now.
Yeah.
And it is bloody and not looking too good. So it's gonna take what it can, and it's gonna try and just take a bite of the horse and leave.
Protection. I'm still within 5 feet of it.
Better protect my caboose.
Is it 5 feet from the target or 5 feet from the creature?
It's 5 feet from the target. I think. Let me double check.
protect Caboose.
But while you're wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use
Oh.
reaction.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, we'll say it's gonna be a straight roll since the thing is prone anyway.
Okay.
So, that's 2. So he kind of just tries to grab at it,
Throw
misses.
the shield out and block it.
Okay,
That's what it does.
he's gonna make his second attack.
I can only do it once, so.
It's a natural 18, so he shoom onto the thing, and let's see how much.
And if you do less than, is the modifier more than 3? If it's more than 3, it's dead.
I just want to see how much it takes. Where's my dice?
Wait, you add the modifier to your attack?
No.
No.
Oh.
He's talking
Well, there's
about
a
damage.
There's a modifier for your attack
It's
in
a
the
melee modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes a good chunk of Caboose's, basically the entire back left leg. It just grabs it, and it's going to try and run. So
What's-
you
I
get
can't-
opportunity
I
attacks.
used
What's
my
the
reaction
swimming
already.
It's on land
Opportunity
right
attack.
now,
Oh, okay. Just curious.
but it
I
is a
already
pretty good
used my
swimmer.
opportunity attack. Or
Okay.
my reaction.
So Aurora, you can take your reaction with your either your spiritual weapon or your what do you call it? Your sickle. I think
What do you
no,
have?
you have a something. I don't know.
What's
I
your
don't
melee?
think I have anything.
But you can make your.
You have a sickle.
A mace.
A mace.
She has the sickle.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit him with my dong.
Oh, that
24.
24, okay. In your bloodthirsty rage
I'm
of.
so mad you killed my
Ooh, that's really good.
8. I don't know if you add anything for that.
You should.
Oh, plus 2, 10. Yeah.
Did you kill it?
You. By 1 point.
Are you kidding me? Can it just be
By
dead?
1 point, you smash it into the ground right before it gets into the water. And it lies dead.
Yeah!
Good job.
That's what you get! And then I go over and hug Caboose and I'm
Caboose
like,
is dying.
Oh, you can
Can I
still
heal
heal
him?
him!
No, he's past. He's unconscious.
Come on,
Is he
just
making
help me,
death
can I
saves?
help?
He's making death saves. She
You
can
can-
heal
Let's
him.
make a death save for Caboose.
Please.
You can heal
Let
him.
me
He-
heal him.
If he's making death
He will be
saves.
completely maimed. He passes death save.
Yeah, okay.
Heal him.
Then I'm gonna use a healing kit on him.
Okay. So
Also, what do you like? You say you have unlimited healing kits.
no. It's
Yeah,
there's
I know.
charges. I need to check on that.
I'm pretty sure you have to have healing kits.
Right. I will double check on that right after this.
Can I just heal my force?
You might want to use healing hands.
Not healing hands.
Do you have a cantrip?
Cure wounds.
I don't.
Healing hands is Yasha's thing from Critical.
She's
I
a
have
healer.
healing hands.
You have healing hands?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an Aasimar.
Or healing word. Just use something.
Whichever one.
Also,
I don't have a cantrip. I'm gonna use healing
You
hands.
can
Memento,
change-
guys.
I don't have any cantrips.
you can change your cantrips.
I know, but I don't have any cantrips that are healing.
You have all the cantrips.
I know, and the only
None
ones that
of
are
them
healing
are
are
healing,
spare the
is what she
dying,
said.
and that's
That
not
could-
healing.
But no,
It
but
is
that could
kind of healing.
that could save your horse.
But I don't have it there.
No, you don't. But just FYI, that could save your horse.
She's healing at 5 points anyway, huh?
That
This
just
is
like
your-
holds it.
it's your
in
Just
level,
that
right?
I know. No, it doesn't hold it in death. It like heals it, but like it's alive.
That's it.
It just has to heal on its own.
Unless you bring it all the way up.
Spare the dying is always good to prepare. Just saying. I think.
I agree.
I think I have better ones. that we can use.
Because you also don't have to be in touch with it, right? It's ranged, so you can just be like spare the dying,
Yeah.
and you
As
stop
long as
you
you're within
stop them
60
from
feet,
dying.
I think, yeah. You don't have to make that save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a podcast.
In the middle of the song?
Can we take a
As
short
early as you want.
rest?
He said things heard me, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I have a feeling something's coming.
Can we take a
While we're on
Just
this
let
break.
me know when you're maybe an hour out from working on it.
B&B.
Guys, D&D Beyond.
Okay, I'll come over. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
I don't know if this thing's. Oh, still going.
Right on.
We'll just get things started. Okay, yeah. I'll come by after after lunch. Get some more done and come back. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Do the running, get back to it. Alright, see ya.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Are we still running?
We turned off at
You
one
got
point,
five
but I don't know when.
Well, we're still running on this.
Yeah.
A solid 56 minutes and like 40 seconds. I'm gonna check on.
We've been
Well,
playing
but
for
he got
6
5
minutes.
points from Healing
No,
Hand.
56.
56, so.
What?
He got 5 points from Healing Hand.
Okay.
With the horse.
So the horse
You
stabilized.
told me you held yourself back up.
I'm at 14!
Oh, well, never mind. I'll use it on Sailor.
You're not gonna heal. The horse is dying.
The horse is currently dying.
Okay.
Well,
So you can heal both.
save
We're out
the
of
horse.
initiative, but if you don't heal the horse now, it needs to make another save.
Heal your
Just
horse.
so you know.
So he is going.
So you've already
He's still
healed your horse.
initiative.
You can now heal
We're out of
Sailor if you
Okay,
want.
I'm going up to Sailor and healing him.
Oh, thank you.
Healing word.
Sam, I'm gonna
She's
grab
really
your.
good. Yeah.
It's not gonna be a lot.
I used my healing potion. Now I'm out of healing
5.
potions. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Can we take a short rest?
Roll those hit dice. Those not very big hit dice.
I don't have. I mean, I can only go so far up.
Mine get bigger too. Like right now they're D8s. They'll be D10s soon. I think they're D8s.
Your hit dice are
Same
D10s
thing
right
as
now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's just your hit dice.
No, I know. My hit dice eventually go up. I think they start as D8s, but eventually they'll be D10s.
No, they're D10s for fighters.
Then they'll be D12s at some point.
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think so.
Oh no, that's my superiority dice. They go. They start as D8s, and they'll be D12s eventually.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's. We got it.
Are we taking a short rest?
If you guys want to,
I want to.
I am checking on what's happening with the horse.
I'm seeing
not a
if
good
there's
idea.
anything coming. Like,
Yeah,
do I see
I'm
ripples or
keeping
anything?
watch.
Make a perception check, both of you.
I.
Natural 19.
Wow, that
Wow.
jumped out. I missed. Yeah. Fucking 6.
Wait, no. 21.
21. Right now, it's pretty quiet. You can see some smaller animals starting to go up into try and see what's going on with the crocodiles that have been killed. But other than that, it's pretty quiet.
Let's take a short rest.
I'm gonna call my constructor snake over to me and just start petting him.
Wait, we took a long rest since when we sparred, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because apparently I didn't do that.
I'm sorry, I maimed your horse.
Because since I still was missing hit dice.
So we are taking short rest.
I am.
Take short rest. That doesn't do anything for me.
Okay. That should be right.
There it is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hit dice for long or speed dice? Or speed dice?
I'm
Can
now
you make a
petting
constitution?
my snake.
saving throw for your horse. It is
My
a
giant.
+2. 12? Okay. So you manage to close the wound fast enough to where none of the murk and stuff gets into the leg.
Okay. So you took
So
your
you
short
just yells out, and she's like, I can turn into that later, guys.
I'm just kind of sitting there in a puddle. Splash.
What happens? How long does fly last for?
Fly lasts for a minute, I believe.
Is that
No.
No, it lasts for 10 minutes.
so? After
My
10
snake lasts
minutes, I
for
just
an hour.
like fall to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Face
fly up.
first in the puddle.
When the spell ends, the target falls if it's still aloft unless it can stop the fall.
Oh well, I will land then.
Okay.
Yes. Before 10 minutes.
My snake last up to it anyway, so I'm just chilling with it right now.
Short rests are how long? 30 minutes?
An hour.
An hour?
GM's discretion.
I was gonna say, I don't know. What
It's around between 30 minutes and an hour, depending on like where you are and how much damage you're taking.
Okay.
So your horse's speed is halved, and it's going to have a lot of trouble. It can't take the dash action. I mean, there are plenty of animals that survive with 3 legs.
Does it have 3 legs?
It has 3 legs right now. It needs to get used to it, but you can kind of help it out and coax it a little bit. But you did manage to cauterize the wound and get it stabilized.
I mean, the leg's still there, but it only has 3 functional legs right now, right?
Or
Yeah,
is the
well, the
leg-
leg's in the crocodile's mouth.
Oh.
It does not
It's
have
off.
like.
It bit through the bone and everything and then ran away.
I feel like it would have been better if the leftovers died.
Probably.
We could have, yeah.
Alright.
It's doubled up or something.
Maybe it's a little up.
If I would have known it was missing when I go with the film.
Okay.
Well, it bit off a leg.
You said it bit its thigh.
He did say a bit off its leg.
Yeah.
I don't think the word off was ever used, but like
It
it
I
was
said it
implied.
bit the leg
And
and
ran.
ran away with it.
Yeah.
I can understand her confusion now. I understand why you're confused.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm as excited as level as
I care more about this horse than
Yeah.
Well,
Are you a druid in disguise?
now we've cleared that up.
We're taking our short
It's
rest.
taking your short rest. Got a minute to relax a little bit. The horse is in pain. You can, I mean, over the next few minutes, spend some healing and say, hey, horse, it's going to be all right. Make a medicine check. 19. Okay. So you get it to a state where it's not in pain anymore. You give it some medicines that block out pain and stuff, and through your magic you're able to stop all that. If you want to try to get it to walk, you're gonna have to coax it a little bit.
Okay,
So.
I'll try to get it to walk.
Okay.
Well, we're not moving yet, are we?
Yeah, I mean, she can take it around in a circle or something, kind of.
Do you want me to try? Because I think I know what he's about to ask.
Probably
If you wanna help, you can.
handling check,
If you want to help, you can.
Yeah.
I asked Saria for help.
Okay. So one of you make a check for animal handling.
What's
You want me
yours?
to do it?
yeah, you want me to do it.
Stop.
That's okay.
Okay. 20.
It's at advantage.
Oh,
Is that
it's
advantage?
Roll again. 20.
21.
Okay.
That's 16.
Oh, I thought it was 15.
So its name might change to Gimpy Caboose, and while it's in the swamp, its movement is really restricted, and you're having to help it. But if you guys aren't moving, it kind of just lays down magic's a funny thing. You can do some cool things with it, so it's functional. But you're not going to be able to ride it.
We should leave it.
You're not gonna be able to ride it.
I think we should leave it. Take the saddle and we can sell it somewhere.
Don't leave it. We can take it to a sanctuary and not Blanca.
We don't. It's gonna slow us down, and we can get attacked again. We should leave it. I hate to do it, but
It's your horse.
We kind of wasted my healing hands if we leave it.
did you get it back?
Oh,
after
no,
the
your
rest?
short rest, you...
No,
Yeah,
I
No,
don't.
she doesn't get
Okay.
spell slots back after a short
It's
rest.
not a spell slot. It's an ability.
I don't get it back after short rest. It's a
Long
long rest.
It's what you want to
I
do.
guess it's whatever y'all want to do.
It's your horse.
Yeah. Do you want to take it or you want to leave it?
I can ride it back. I can hold on to it. You can just ride me.
I don't know how much longer would it take us to get there.
To Honka? We barely got in, didn't we?
You
To the
guys
swamp?
got a few hours in.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Oh.
Yeah, it was a few hours.
Couldn't remember from the last
Yeah.
time.
So how far are we?
I mean, you don't really know you're in the middle of a swamp. But
I guess
It'll-
we'll just leave it.
Well, it'll probably live longer if we bring it with us. It might slow us down, but it's well, it's up to you.
make a intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence. Does anyone want to help?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Say where they are.
Well, that's better.
13.
Okay, 13. You look around, you think back to how far you've traveled, and you think about Rybald talking about going through the swamp and getting to Aflanka. You figure you have maybe the rest of the day's travel, maybe a little bit into the night, to get through the swamp, and then the rest of the way isn't too long from to Aflanka, maybe another day.
Could we still get there the same with the horse? As long as I'm not riding it?
It'll take maybe a few hours longer, but it doesn't slow you. Your pace is already slowed so much in the swamp that it's not going to be like
Huge.
a huge difference.
Okay, well then I guess.
If you guys are riding like after the swamp, when you guys are actually riding, it's going to slow you down more.
I guess we'll take it.
What?
Don't say it.
Don't even say that.
Okay. Also,
Kinda like at the end of the short
No.
rest, and it's like
No,
Christmas
don't even
Eve,
say
and
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bye.
and it kind of
Just like
melds away. This thing's gone. You notice
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
some coins lying on the ground,
Ooh.
and they're leading a trail
That's
to
suspicious.
Sadia.
If we,
Oh,
to me?
yeah. You're dropping money.
So you turn around, and you're like, one of your coin purses is just turned inside out.
Someone stole from me.
Your coins have been falling out.
Why?
Sucks.
Is your bag ripped? Is your thing ripped?
Is your
Look
coin
at
purse
it.
ripped?
Check it.
Okay, make a perception check for just the general looking around.
A 10.
10? Okay, so you notice that your coin purse isn't ripped at all. It's literally turned inside out.
Someone stole from me.
Um,
Trolls.
The straps on it aren't strained at all. It looks like it was untied, but
Okay, but earlier I rolled a perception.
you
check.
look around and you're like, your coins are mostly here. Like, there was a bunch of gold in there, and you're like, well, I see a bunch of gold, so you can pick it up if you want.
We didn't see anything go near her.
Nope.
Earlier?
That would be the passive perception.
Yeah. Mine's a 14.
That would be a
so-
no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Just roll an investigation just to see how many coins you get.
Investigation. A 16.
Okay, you managed to get everything. You lose like a silver. It dropped in.
That'd be
so-
aight.
Oh, she didn't lose anything more?
Yeah, it was all there.
Huh.
Someone was just trying to.
Does the trail of coins lead anywhere?
No, it led from where she was standing before to.
To where she was
Was-
standing?
yeah.
Maybe you just didn't tie it well enough. Safe in my puddle.
You don't see any footprints or nothing?
It's a very murky area. It's hard to track.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about like just picking him up and putting him in my queeners and just keep walking, but decided against it. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Oh, yeah. You want to ride with me?
Yeah.
So we're
Jump back
doubling
up
up.
on the horse.
I will say it's going to be harder traveling on the horses' backs through the swamp. It's more weight on less area.
Okay, we'll
So walk with them.
Probably
We'll
best
walk
to
with
walk.
them.
Walk with your little tripod.
I'll be in the front.
I'll be...
Tripod.
That's what we should call him!
You can call it Lieutenant Dan if you want.
Oh no!
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs!
That's so good.
Lieutenant Dan!
You ain't got no leg!
Life is like a box of chocolates.
I'll be in the
I got
back because
free
I'm trying to
ice
find
cream.
who untied my freaking coin thingy. I'm in the back.
So, you guys are advancing forward through the swamp.
I'll be in the front.
In the front,
Good thing
you-
over here.
make a perception roll, and since she's looking out, make a perception roll as well.
Something's happened.
I ain't seen
Well, I didn't
shit.
see anything either.
A 4.
4.
I rolled an 8.
I would like to say my passive perception is a 13.
What
Mine's
is
a
yours?
14.
12. Okay. Good enough.
My pass.
So you continue on for a few hours,
Oh,
and
I'm keeping my hand on my coin purse.
okay.
I don't have any gold in my coin.
There's something I'm trying to get in the Blanca.
What?
A thingy.
Just as a reference, what are you guys wearing?
Where?
Yeah. No, like your clothes. You don't wear just chainmail.
My coat.
Well, I have like common clothes underneath.
Okay, like a shirt and pants and
Yeah.
wraps.
I have like
It's like
the,
a-
I have
What are
like
you
the
wearing?
nicer clothes. on.
Okay, your cloak of protection, and then just
I also
My coat.
so you guys wearing pants and
I also have
shirts and
my
stuff.
cloak
Pants.
that I bought.
A floofy pirate shirt. And a coat.
Okay, I just want to know.
And
I'm wearing basically like a corset.
my rig.
The cloak I bought in whatchamacallit.
And the gold.
Cool.
And the gold.
Okay, so about an hour and a half in, while you're helping Caboose along, you reach down and try to like get under him a little bit, just to lift up some of the weight. You feel it feels cold around your waist, and you look down and your pants are like hanging. Your belt has been undone.
Oh, something's
Someone
here!
is something.
Hey guys, somebody just tried to take off my pants.
You've been
Say
trying
like-
Are you going to try and
I've
lift
been
it
trying to take them
up?
off ever since I met you.
Sorry! I got really good at it.
Okay,
I guess I look around.
It's mage pants.
make a perception.
Can I also look around?
You can.
Okay. 14.
14, 4.
That's a decent roll.
Um,
I don't know why I wanted to roll 11.
You don't see anything.
Damn it.
Though you do hear the slightest, like you all hear this. It's not hidden or anything. It's just a.
Which direction?
You can't really tell.
God damn it.
I swear to God, I thought.
What? What?
I'm working on. I don't even
I
know.
was just gonna say I'm not in the mood.
Coxon, find that noise.
Okay, make a perception check for Coxon at advantage.
Yep. Natural 20.
Yeah!
Natural 20. Okay. And what's the modifier on that?
Come on, slow. Where my bunny?
I should have fucking killed that guy. I hate goblins anyway. I forgot about that part of my backstory. I should have killed him
So
anyway.
funny.
No, but we found him in the.
Plus 3, 23.
23. Okay,
So I just scattered it.
that's enough.
He's rich.
He's listening up. He's like, hopping around.
Does he do that with his tongue every time he gets
No, but he kind of like hops through sludge.
Yeah.
But he listens up and he kind of looks up into one of the trees, and he notices the sound is coming from there.
Hey, Claxton says it's coming from the tree. I investigate the tree.
Okay.
I look
Draw a weapon. And, like,
You draw a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I investigate the tree.
Investigate this tree.
Okay.
I'll help him.
You need to draw your weapon. You're staying.
18. Yeah, 18.
So, how are you going to investigate the tree, by the way?
I'm gonna go up to it and I'm gonna look at it and
Yeah,
then
just kind of look around.
yeah.
A little bit of dirt and mud falls in your face, and you see a little tiny head pop out. And so, and then it goes back.
What does the head look like?
Oh my god.
It was
My question.
covered.
What does the head look like?
Very elf-like, but much smaller.
Very
Very elf-like and smaller. Has like a ring, like a crown of flowers, covered in.
Would I recognize it as an elf?
Me too. Yeah.
Make a Arcana
I just
check.
saw it.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Okay.
15.
A 15. It is not an elf. It seems fey-ish.
Fucking fairies.
I think there's a fairy in the tree.
Coxon as well with that roll hears another sound,
And Coxon says there might be another one.
but you
This
haven't
is-
investigated that.
I don't know anything
That
about
specific
fairies.
tree.
What
Over in that other tree.
what are fairies? What do they do? Are they dangerous?
That's a good. Would I know?
What
I
I
rolled
would
a
probably
15
not.
Arcana.
A 15.
I could turn into it.
Mischief makers mainly.
Yeah. They tend to play pranks on
Probably
people.
not hard to deal with.
I'll put the
If
battle axe away.
They're very
hard
elusive.
to find.
Okay. I'll put the battle axe away now that I know that they'll probably not kill us.
You're putting it away.
We should just move quickly. I
You think
guess.
they'll follow us?
Well, I don't
Do
know
I
how
know
to,
anything about these?
I don't know how
Have
to
I encountered these
Make
before?
a
fight them. We can help
Is that
it.
my background?
make an intelligence check.
11. No. Intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 11.
Being elusive, you haven't really had any conversations or encounters with these. Maybe not. This is a very small creature. After that, you don't really notice much. They kind of like disappear into the.
Nothing else
Trees.
is missing from me, right?
I'm gonna check my possessions.
I will as well.
Okay. Nothing seems to be missing.
Okay.
Not that I have anything.
Aurora is currently writing in her backstory that she killed the DM. I said Aurora's currently writing in the backstory that she killed the DM.
Alright, I don't know how to deal with it besides going.
I mean,
Or I
can you talk to them?
no, I don't speak Sylvan. I could yell out in Elvish, "Hey, can we help you?"
Let me check.
Probably.
Terms of defame.
Probably not. I have a book on Sylvan.
Oh yeah, I can go with it.
I can't read it.
Have you been studying it?
You've been studying for-
No, I've been studying Infernal more.
Oh. But you do like just yell out "Hey" in Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all understand me? And can we help you?
You see a little hand wave, and then a figure just into the trees ahead of you. It just goes on ahead.
Really quick.
And just through the
Do I
trees.
noticed it.
get a look at it as it goes?
Make another perception because I don't remember your last one.
My last one was like, I don't know.
You don't see it?
No, I don't.
Do I see it fly away?
Um,
I'm kind of far from it, so probably.
you're far from it. You weren't really paying attention to it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It made itself aware.
Probably flipping back.
You
I'm
should
just a little
probably-
sucker.
Are you
Don't
gonna
go.
say anything about seeing it?
Hey, it went that way.
Well, let's follow it.
Are
You do
we
see.
following it? Or are we
You're
trying
next to
get
the
it
tree.
on?
Just go.
You see a little flower grow out of the tree, and it's just right in front of your face.
I think it gave me a flower. I'm not picking it.
Are we following it or not?
I think we should just to see if it
Pick
can
it?
say
You pick it.
No, follow it.
Oh.
I'm not picking a flower. No. I feel like that's
We have
dangerous.
a tripod. I hope y'all got it from the day.
I say we just continue on our way to Blanca.
I'll defer to the
Keep a
group.
hold of your belts, Aurora.
She doesn't have it anymore.
No, you have your belt.
They just undid it.
Yeah, it's just undone.
Oh.
This one wasn't taken away.
I do it back. I don't care.
Okay. So you're continuing on.
Yeah,
Keeping a lookout for fairies.
Yeah.
All right. Perception checks. 2 of you. Roll one at advantage.
I'll help you.
Oh, okay.
I got a.
I'm helping
15.
you roll again.
What's your
Well, no. Someone else. I got a 15.
You didn't want me to roll.
I was gonna roll. I
It's an
had
eight.
perception.
15 and an 8.
15 and an 8. Okay.
My perception rolls a bit.
What's your
You
modifier?
do notice
2?
fluttering of little wings on above you,
Okay, they're
and
still
they're moving
here.
forward. And then you look down, and your shoes are tied
They don't have
together.
laces. They don't have laces. They're boots.
Boots have laces.
They're like pirate boots. You slide them on.
Okay.
I literally drew a picture of them.
He was trying to decide.
Who has laces in here?
I
have
probably
hooves.
do. Yeah, I probably do.
Your laces are tied.
Okay.
Literally, they're the ones in the middle.
I can do something, but it would be a waste of
Um,
No.
So after this,
Kill it.
you notice your boots are tied, and you look up, and there's this little tiny female creature with your nature check before and your arcana checks. You know, now you can see the form. It is a pixie. You know that they're mischievous
Yeah.
and just try to play tricks on people, but it's showing itself to you, which isn't normally normal.
Does that usually mean it likes us?
Can we help you?
It kind of responds in a language that you can't understand. No one understands Sylvan, right?
Can't understand it.
But it seems to have understood what you were saying.
But it can't speak common.
I can turn into something that understands something.
Is that how that
I don't
works?
think that's how it works. But I can sit down for 10 minutes. And then I can.
When I turn into it, if I turn into anything else, I get everything else I get.
No, you don't get
You don't
languages.
get languages because it's your brain. If you sit down for 10 minutes with us, give me a second.
Okay.
Take 10
She
minutes to
kinda-
cast comprehend languages.
And another one comes down. It's a male pixie.
Where is it? Is it like sitting on my horse in front of me? Or
Yeah, it's on its head.
okay.
So it's kind of like it's got its ears like they're reins, and they're kind of.
Can I
It
reach
hurts
out? I'm
them.
gonna reach out and just like try and shake its hand. See what
It's
it does.
probably its fingers.
I know it's small, but I want to see what it does.
So its fingers wrap like its hand wraps around 2 of your fingers,
Uh
and kind of shakes your hand like
huh.
it's like it's excited. And then the other one, the male, comes down and he's staying above you a little bit. Kind of looks. Kind of.
Worried?
Yeah.
You're a
Don't
tricksy
pull-
little fellow.
It just smiles and.
Don't pull my horse's ears. That hurts on.
He's coming close to you.
The male is?
Just really look at it.
He ends up landing on your staff.
Do you know what they eat? I was gonna give it food. I didn't want to give it like meat or something. But it was like.
It lands on my stand?
Yep.
I'm gonna also like make sure that it's not. There's not another one like flying around and stealing stuff from me.
Okay.
Kind of like look at my staff and like kind of shake it a little bit. Not to like get him off, but just like scare him.
Okay.
Just to play
You-
on him.
Yeah.
Are you trying to like play a prank on him,
Yeah.
or are you trying to like force him off?
No, I'm playing right now. Just shake it.
Okay. He seems scared at first, and then kind of swings with it.
You were dancing? No.
The one on
no.
your horse
I'm just drunk.
notices Caboose and kind of flutters over to Caboose and kind of touches where the leg is missing and looks sad.
I'm gonna literally kill you if you don't go away.
Oh my god! Don't threaten him.
Is
Come
that
here.
where you're...
Yes, I think
That's what's
that.
going through your head?
Yes.
She backs away immediately.
I like pull out my arms like, come here.
She's had a bad day. I say as I cast my ritual spell.
She kind of waves her hands a little bit and looks at you really intently, and she kind of steps back, and she's okay, but she's not getting too close to you. We'll say it's been about 10 minutes.
What does my thing do?
I can understand them. I can't speak Sylvan, but I can understand the meaning of what they say.
Good to know. Okay.
So as long as they can understand common, we can communicate. I can speak in common, I can speak common to them.
Yes.
I thought that was tongues, not comprehend languages.
Comprehend languages.
You can comprehend things.
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
Right.
I
But
can't speak Sylvan.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. I can't.
so you hear her say, "What's wrong with the horse?"
We had a bit of a kerfuffle with a
You
crocodile.
notice that you don't even have to say anything. She knows what you're thinking before it even
That's
gets out.
terrifying.
So she goes, "I'm so sorry. Can I help? Maybe I can help.
You regrow limbs?
Not me."
But you know someone who could?
Maybe. And she kind of puts her hands up.
Is this a prank?
Maybe.
Inside check on the pixie.
Go ahead.
Inside check on the pixie.
Oh, that's good.
18!
18.
I'm gonna roll with guess more often.
It's half and half. She is very tricksy normally, and so you can't really tell, but there's some truth to what she's saying.
Okay. We might could look into it,
Hey,
guys.
ask this one why he's on the staff.
Hey, why are you on her staff? Do you think it's pretty?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Seen it before.
Hey,
He
never
says he's
been
seen it
here.
before. I'm not telling you. He says he's seen it before. With who?
The last owner was he a man?
Yeah, he was a man.
He says, yeah, he was a man. What do you look like?
Old and raggedy. He was really... He had boils and everything.
Anything else?
What did he do with it?
Oh, you can understand her.
It was his. He just did his magic-y
Ask him
stuff with
where
it.
the person who can heal them.
Where'd you get it?
Where'd you get it? He wants to know.
Where's...
We bought it.
One of, I guess you didn't tell him it was one of his.
You can understand
him. One of the old man's friends sold it to me.
Where's old man Rathorn?
Where's old man? What?
Rathorn.
Rathorn.
It was the guy that she was originally. It's what he told us, I think.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Don't even know him.
Well, I hope he's okay. He was real nice.
He was really nice. Nice.
Nice.
Creepy, but nice.
Creepy, but nice.
Where's the person who can fix our horse? I'm asking the girl one.
Yeah, she's just literally doing that. She looks like she's thinking, and she's like, that way.
Can you take us that way?
Is she telling the truth?
With that, I mean, it's about the same. There's a bit of truth to what she's saying.
She says that way.
In the swamp? Like, in the thick of the swamp?
It looks deeper into the swamp. It's generally the way you're going, a little bit off to the right.
I say we try it. If we can fix your
Obviously, this person might be a druid, which might be nice.
I mean, we didn't really have any plans in Atlanta, so it's not like we're gonna rush.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're going to Atlanta at some point, but like,
Okay.
we can
go.
We can.
Alright.
Will you show us the way?
Show me the
Sure.
way.
You can keep up.
I
Oh,
beat me to it.
And I guess we follow the pixie as best as we can towards
Okay. Make a general perception roll just to...
all of us.
I will.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Natural 20.
12.
Okay.
7.
5.
Gotcha. Dude, we gotta check that dice.
Was that on 20 earlier?
Yeah,
She can't please.
Okay, so she goes off for a while. You know exactly where she's, like, you recognize the wings now, and you're like, alright, I got this.
You're leading the way.
So you lead the way, for a little bit, and you come to a place, it's like up in the trees. It looks like a tree house. Think, what's the lady from Princess and the Frog? The old witch doctor lady?
Oh, I just call her Madame Mim because that's who she is in my head.
Okay, so Madame Mim.
Madame Mim is actually from The Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
But she makes a Madame Mim reference, and it's like they're the same person. So.
Anyway, so it looks kind of like that, like shack area type place. And you see the pixie go
On the door?
on the door.
Hey, is this
Penny?
person friendly?
Penny.
Wait, are you friends with this person?
How long does comprehend languages last?
An hour.
Okay. Well, I steal stuff sometimes, but I don't know.
Are they gonna be nice to us?
How charges your thing? If you
What?
want to just disconnect it. I think it's fully charged.
Yeah, it is actually. See that? There you go.
I might get you charged.
Didn't even notice.
I still have 34 though.
Is she gonna be nice to us?
I don't know.
That sounds. Oh, I don't know what she said.
We're not entirely sure if this person's gonna be friendly to us.
Love
I'll
that.
still try it.
Okay, well,
Do I
sure,
hear
we knocked on
anything?
the door,
Yeah,
so-
do I hear anything inside moving? Do we hear anything?
I opened that when we went on stage.
Okay. So you hear a few pots and pans.
Oh, that's good. They eat.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
they cook their
they
meal.
cook.
It's probably humanoid.
You hear a little bit of the same language, Sylvan, you presume, muttered. Sounds
understands it,
feminine.
Yeah, what does
Yeah.
it say?
To you, it sounds like, what are these kids doing?
Old lady bantering.
Old lady banner. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Does she come to the door?
After about 3 minutes, she comes to the door.
Very going,
Yeah, she's just constantly banging, and she's like, come out.
Penny.
So the door cracks open, and you see this, like, giant afro of just curls. It's like a brownish hair. Even shorter than the pixies you already know, but a little more wrinkly.
Wait, how big are the pixies?
They're like 2 feet.
Okay. So she's shorter than 2 feet.
Yeah.
This thing landed on
Wait,
the
this-
car.
There's a little cane.
This woman is shorter than 2 feet?
Oh my.
She looks like another pixie.
Okay.
Her wings look a little droopy.
Aw.
She's got a little stick for a cane. And she's hunched over. And she goes, what do you want?
She comes outside?
In common?
Yeah, does she say it in common?
She just doesn't come.
Aurora?
Can you hear my horse?
Well, with that attitude, lady, I don't know what you want or what I want to do with it.
You guys are gonna kill her.
No, stop! Stop saying that! We almost got in trouble last time someone said they were gonna kill somebody.
What's it gonna take for you to heal my horse?
Well, I gotta think about that. What are your names? She's got a little bit of like a fuzz.
Sailor. Very nice to meet you.
I'm a
And I'll like bow as low as I can to her. So you're
Alright.
still up.
You guys are also down at the base of the tree. She's up there. Okay.
I try to shake her hand.
She's up in a tree.
Okay, I'm Aurora.
Flint?
Sadia.
Okay.
We're the Richards.
The Richards. Old Lady Beledra doesn't know about you for...
Just had to repeat that, please.
Yeah, no,
Old Lady Beledra.
Beledra?
Is that her?
Beledra.
Is that your name?
What do you think it is, stupid?
Jeez, okay.
I love her.
I do too.
Beledra?
Yeah, Beledra.
Like Viagra. We like Viagra.
What's
here
that?
With the dicks.
Old lady pixie.
Oh, it's a wonderful potion. I'll bring it to you sometime.
She thought I had an attitude.
Well, Missy, I can tell what you're thinking is not very pretty. So let me get a look at this horse. See if I want to help it out. She kind of flutters down her legs. They're barely like keeping up. She's just pretty much falling, but like.
Can I catch her?
Gracefully.
Yeah, you
She
can-
falls. Can I catch her?
She's like floating down a little bit, but you can try to like reach your hand out and like help her down a little
I'm
bit.
trying to help her down.
I think she's gonna slap your hand away.
She's like, maybe I was wrong about you.
Oh, okay.
Respect your elders.
Put your little cane out. She walks over.
I walk with her.
She taps her horse on the side. It's like, yeah, you alright? And I was just, and kind of like lays down a little bit, and then lays on its side. Okay, so she sees how much you're caring for the horse. She knows all your emotions right now. And she looks at you and she's kind of like, well, it's been a while since anyone had passed through here. Well, I need something. I can fix this. It'll take some time, and I need some ingredients, but I can fix it.
We can get those for you if that would help. Or any other odd jobs if you are happy to help.
Well, I'm a bit of a loner out here, so I don't need people like you up in my business. But there's a special flower that I use in my potions. Okay? It's a little small flower.
Sorry, in my head, I played the scene of Shrek. Breath thou blue thorns, breath thou blue thorns. Sorry.
It'd be much easier if I was a calabar.
It's a little small flower. He's got one flower. It's one stem, one flower. That's it. It opens up with white petals, and it goes into a deep red, almost like blood, and it has some little sprigs on the inside, little spots, and it's got a few thorns on the outside. It grows here in the swamp, but it's pretty hard to find.
I'm already gone trying to find it.
What's it called?
The Crius.
Have I heard of
Crius
this before?
touch.
Have I heard of it before?
You walked away.
Make a nature check. You make a
15.
religion check.
15.
15. Haven't really heard of it. 11. I haven't really heard of it either. Between you two, kind of like, well, this is named after something. It's Crius touch, so it has some kind of semblance. You don't know right now.
Do you have any idea of how to find it? Like what habitat it likes?
Well,
Where to
the
go?
only thing I can tell you is, and she looks at you, she's like,
Sorry.
"Bunny." Ooh, man, I'll have it later. You can smell. You can
So when
smell
she was-
like some cooking from
When
the.
she was explaining it, like,
Yeah.
did I realize anything?
It
Have I
walked
seen it
away.
before? I heard her describe
She
it.
did hear you describe it.
Make a nature check.
15.
15.
I'm sorry.
Pretty rare fire. She does say, "Well, I'm gonna use it in a magic potion. So what do you bastards think goes in magic potions? Regular flowers?
No, I just asked where an idea to find it
Well, what do you think?
in a magical place.
And making the flower magical. Yes. So look for magic places.
Okay, that's so
It's a
helpful.
swamp. But it ain't just a swamp.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, I feel like being a little sassy right now.
Well, we're trying to help you, so...
I'm trying to help
You're trying
you.
to help us with the
Excuse me,
horse.
ma'am.
Do you want us to leave the horse with you while we go find the flower?
Yeah, just leave it here. I'll
Alright.
fiddle with it.
Do you mind if you watch our other horses?
No, like I said, I'm a little bit of a loner, but I
Do you mind
understand
if we-
how you're feeling, honey. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be alright.
Do we mind if we leave our other horses here while we...
She kind of like looks up and she tries to find the other two pixies, and she goes, "Layla, Newt, where y'all at?" And the little male figure pops out behind a tree, kind of walks up. He's like, "Right here." She says, "Look after these horses, okay? I'm gonna go start some potion making and do a little bit of that hoodoo. These nice folk are gonna go and find some flowers for me."
Spell Kriya.
Criella? It's Criella.
Sorry,
Um,
whatever.
CRE YRA.
Craig Rod?
Criella.
C-R-E-Y-R-A?
sorry, I put a- No R.
Okay.
In my head, I was
No
like,
second
"There's an
R?
R." No second
No
R.
second R.
So the small pixies are gonna watch your horses.
Yes, and we're gonna go...
She's gonna prep potions.
And we're gonna go up in the... Oh,
Excuse me, ma'am. Is there a certain direction that you typically get this flower?
I already asked that. This is a lost cause. She said someplace magical.
Yeah,
I
a
hadn't
direction.
been trying to find this in years. I ain't lost a leg, and look at my legs; they're all nice and good. And she slaps her legs.
We'll go off in the direction of Syria. Could you also make some... Are you just well versed in potions in general?
Well, look at me, honey. What do I look like?
A potion maker.
That's correct. What kind of potion maker?
Healing?
what kind of push me? She kind of like
Greater healing?
she like flicks her hair and kind of flicks her eyes at you.
Love.
Be on the right track.
Lust.
Well, I was going with what do I look like? Wink, wink.
Well.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
You look.
Well, fine then.
Oh.
Just looking for a little bit of lady compliment, but oh well.
Oh no. You
Oh,
look.
lovely.
She's already going up.
Oh,
I love your wings. Can you.
These wings don't work for nothing. Shut up.
Hey, wait, come back.
No.
Why are you turned like a southern charm on
I
me?
Come back, honey.
Yeah, seriously, that's what it sounds like.
Come back to
Say
me.
more, trying to cowboy.
That's what we're trying to do.
Could you possibly also make some healing potions? You beautiful thing, you.
Mm.
Do you need any?
She yells back over the sign and says, that depends on how much of this flour you bring back to me.
Bring back more than one
Yeah.
shot.
A bunch. Got it.
Oh my God.
Alright, let's go. And we'll go in the direction that Saria left, and I'll try and use Coxon to find her.
I'm looking. All that was going on.
Yeah, and the two little pixies are they're like teasing the horses a little bit, but
What are you gonna do?
they might get kicked.
Pixies or the horses?
Pixies.
Oh.
Should I make some
Make a perception check. Well, make a nature check, actually.
We essentially just
That's
wander
not-
the woods.
That's definitely copy.
Instead of what? Check.
Nature.
Mhm.
13.
13? Okay. So you figure it's a singular flower. It's just a flower, so it's probably not going to grow in too much water. It's going to grow on land. So you gotta need to keep out for land and places with magical auras.
Detect magic.
Have we found her yet? I don't
Yes.
have to check magic.
She wasn't too far away.
Alright.
Yeah, cast it. You don't have to check.
I'll just be. Can I do an Arcana check to feel out for some magical auras?
There is a
as we
weave of
wander
magic,
around?
so yeah.
Okay.
Anyone attuned to magic can.
Oh god. 12.
I don't.
Wait, what do I need to make?
Arcana.
So.
16.
Yes, you have almost the
Oh,
most
that's
magic
good.
out of everybody here.
19.
19. 16 and
12.
12. Okay, pretty high roll on average. But because you were the one that rolled the highest, you get a sense that while the forest is old and it's a lot of Saria's ballpark in here, it's very nature. You get a sense that it was maybe once protected or something. There's a presence here, and it's off to your northwest.
I walk westward or northwestward.
She just starts walking away.
Yeah.
Yes.
I follow her.
Okay, I guess we're following.
Alright.
Okay.
Do I see anything not magical but more creature-like that's stalking us, trying to kill us?
Make a perception.
Oh, jeez.
Nope.
11.
Oh, I thought that was.
No, it's a 7.
7?
11.
11? Yeah, nah, not really. There's a lot of bugs. A whole lot of bugs. They're getting in your eyes, they're getting in your
Are
nose.
there any animals around that I can see?
Sure. There's a few snakes, a few birds.
Keep Coxon close.
I'm gonna use my staff and ask one of the birds and see if they've seen and like describe the flower.
Okay. Describe the flower.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if they've seen it.
She's still walking away.
Are you still walking? Alright, you just trudging through. The bird kind of gives you and it kind of like hops around and it's like, I don't know. They don't really know.
I'll catch up to Aurora. Also.
Okay, I'm like,
What's
you're
up with the-
useless, and I walk away.
It's a bird. It's not gonna know every
Gosh,
plant in
you guys
the.
are mean.
Well, it should know if it's been flying around here. It should have been like, yeah, I mean, I might have seen one. Instead of just, I don't know. Anyway.
It's a bird.
I
It's
can
also
see things.
magical, and these are fey creatures.
No, a bird's a normal.
Yeah, bird's normal.
No, I'm talking about the pixie.
Pixies.
I'm talking about the flower. They probably don't know it because it's magical.
I described it to him. Like, I described the color of the flower and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, a bird can fly.
I'll catch up to
I don't know
Aurora.
about magic.
Okay.
I'm just making a guess.
Hey, what we doing?
I think it's this way.
Okay.
I'm probably by this way.
You guys just continuing on?
Yeah. Is it? What time is it? What time of day? What's the sky look
It's
like?
getting dark.
Okay.
Well, setting in on dark. It's not dark yet because you have like a cover. So
Is there a
maybe
place to make camp then?
4:30.
Oh,
Mm.
4:35.
4:35.
Oh, I think we're good.
You guys got interrupted by pixies, so
Yeah, we're
you haven't
good
been
for a
traveling
while.
for too long. So you continue on a little while.
Do we see anything else?
You're keeping watch. What was your perception?
I think it was
There's a 7 plus.
Okay, and
was
you,
7
Aurora,
plus
make a
4 was
roll since you're in the lead.
Perception.
It's 7.
7.
My passive is 14, if that helps.
My passive's a 12.
If you're looking for it, typically the roll.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
So
I'm not
you
looking for anything
get
other than the flower.
you get going a little bit longer. It's gonna get a little darker. It's getting about 6:30.
Okay. What time does sunset usually happen?
Sunset's right around 7:30.
And you said 6:30.
Around that time.
I've got
Can't tell
dark
for
vision,
sure.
so I'm good.
The entire group has dark vision,
We all do,
okay.
yeah.
which has been interesting to deal with.
Yeah.
Darkness
isn't very effective.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
A little bit.
But it takes you until then, and you finally, out of the corner of your eye, you catch a stone.
I do.
Yeah.
You're towards
You guys have
Kansas.
passed it, and you're looking around in the back, and you're like, huh, what's that? You can see through the trees. There's a bit of a clearing, and you can see part of a stone.
Hey guys, there's this cool looking stone. Can we go check it out real quick?
I
I thought we were looking for a flower.
Well, maybe it's near the stone. I walk towards the stone.
What's special about the stone? Why does everyone keep walking away?
Because you guys don't listen to me! And I keep walking.
Can
Okay.
I continue walking to where I think the flower is?
Sure.
She just keeps walking and he's walking that
I'm
way, and I'm
walking
just
away.
like,
working with him.
Okay.
I'm just standing
So
there
if
because
you're
I don't
walking
know what direction
closer-
to go.
Yeah.
They're about 100 feet away from you now.
Okay.
Wait, you're walking with him? With him?
You
With
come
me.
to that small clearing that you caught an eye of. There's more than one stone. It's almost like a circle of stones.
Uh-huh.
They're not uniform at all. They're kind of, some are leaning a little bit.
Okay. And you can...
But the ground's a bit drier here.
The what?
The ground's a bit drier.
Okay. That's good. That's what we're looking for. Do I see the flower?
Make an investigation check.
I'm
Okay.
looking too.
I'm kind of good.
I
No,
sent
no,
Coxon
I'm not
after
good at
Aurora,
those,
and
so
I'm
somebody wants to
I'm
help
headed
me.
in the direction. I'm just going.
Okay. So Coxon reaches you.
He's just
17 for
following.
investigation.
For the flower.
Okay.
I asked for help.
You find a few flowers.
No magic is.
You look around. You're looking in kind of like a radius. You're starting in the center. Nothing within. You do find a few etchings on the stones.
Okay. What do they look like?
They look like. Do you know what a like Triskelion is? Okay.
I think so.
What?
Triskelion.
What?
It looks like the Avatar thing with the like curls of wind. Okay, so it's like the curls of wind.
Did you ever watch Teen Wolf?
There's a bunch of those around. There's pictures of clouds.
Okay, yeah.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Make a religion check.
Oh jeez, I'm really bad at this. Okay.
I was helping investigate. So
Oh, actually, that was pretty. Oh, helping. So do I
Yeah.
get
Sure.
advantage? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay,
That's,
cost enough.
that I
That's
was
fine.
terrible.
Go ahead.
Okay.
16.
He kind of knows it's up to you.
A 16.
16.
On a religion check.
You know that this at least was a god of the pantheon.
Okay.
Message of word said you found stuff.
How far? You said it was 100 feet from where we were, and she kept walking.
But if there's no flower, why wouldn't I keep walking to the flower?
Because we found stuff.
I don't know if
Well,
I can message
I
that
wasn't done with
far.
their investigation with them.
I don't know if I can
Okay.
message that far.
So it's
Well,
just
you
a
were
god.
in between them, right?
Well, I started walking towards them,
Okay. Well, you wouldn't be
and
as
also,
close.
yeah, I wouldn't be with you. Yeah,
You can yell.
You can you?
Hey, I found something.
I'm coming.
Message Aurora.
Hey, Aurora, we found something. I don't know if it reaches. or not. Hey, we found something.
You hear Sailor's voice.
I think.
I guess I turn around and walk back towards him.
You guys are continuing to investigate the area.
Yes.
And I joined in.
Let me draw it out.
Draw what out? The space.
The area, yeah.
Oh.
He already has it on the map. I feel like that's not.
No, I don't.
And he said he has to draw it.
Some stuff around.
You can just put it right here. You can put that back.
This isn't the space, is it? No, this is from last time.
Yeah.
This is the
That was the pit.
god.
Yeah.
So, it takes about 3 minutes.
I know, I'm getting hungry food.
That's because the AJs didn't make it.
No. We have found.
Banana juice.
A lot, please. I didn't call it just being that dumb.
Put it in the side of the boat. There's not many left. You can have the rest of them.
I don't want to take all of them.
Oh my god, eat the rest. There's literally nothing left.
Unless that we can.
I haven't eaten them since we had them in the library, so.
Excuse me?
No.
Excuse me?
Are they oblong? Like they're not uniform in size?
They're not in a shape.
They're not in a particular pattern either, right?
This is in the general ring.
What is this?
It's one that's fallen over.
Okay.
Oh, so they're vertical. They're like columns?
Sort of.
Kind of. They're standing stones,
Slanted. Right?
but they're pretty tall.
Since it's stone, would I know anything about the history of the
Did it stop
markings?
recording again?
Because I have
exactly.
proficiency
Exactly.
with stonework.
I'll see you can add the efficiency bonus to that roll.
To my thing, then it's a 19.
Okay. Yeah. I will. Okay, you guys came in from this way.
Yeah.
This is the
Where
dry
am
land.
I? Can you hand me my mini, please? Can you hand me my mini, Sam?
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
So.
What is this?
This is a fallen one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a 19 then, since it's stone. I still feel around. Oh wait, it's double my proficiency bonus.
Nice.
So it's a 22.
A 22. Okay, so with that roll, you would realize that this was a god of the pantheon. Her name was Akadi.
Akadi?
Spell that, please.
Akadi.
Okay.
She was generally seen as the goddess of the wind, traveling, those general things, but was not recently, but is now seen as a lesser deity because she is more elemental rather than the rest of the deities that are that just take on aspects of the world instead of earth, wind, fire.
Would Sailor know anything about her?
You guys are all there now,
Like
so
sailors
if you all want to make a original check on her, then
Well, I don't make another one, do I?
Natural 20.
Heck yeah.
there we go.
What's the
religion?
total?
25.
17.
17. Okay, so what you find out is, remember back to your teachings, there was a pretty good following of Akadi. No one really sat down. There was no big temples or anything. Her whole thing is she wants people to travel and seek out new places. But once her status dropped to an elemental being, she was thrown out of the pantheon and has much fewer followers now.
Was she thrown out just because she was...
Does she just know this?
You would catch on to some of the details, but not.
I know of her.
You know of her, yeah.
Was she thrown out of the pantheon solely because she became a lesser deity? Or did she do...
Pretty much.
Okay.
Just, there was an event where that distinction was
Made.
relevant.
Okay.
It seems as though the temple hasn't been active for a while, but you would also know that they're not normally active temples. They're kind of just shrines
Relics.
for people to come across. And maybe present an offering or...
I'm gonna go up to the marking and put my hand on it. And does it do anything?
It's a cool stone.
I'm gonna cast Gust.
Oh.
Okay. So as the wind hits the stone, it kind of the etchings almost brighten. They don't glow per se, but they're much more clear.
Did anyone see that?
One moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should do anything too crazy because I'm not waiting for some kind of wind elemental to come up here.
I'm so curious.
Oh, we're playing.
Did we just look at one of these rock things, or
Thanks, Ed.
are they all like similar?
I don't know. We only really looked at one. Are they all similar?
The other rock pillar things?
Yeah, they have small etchings on them. The one that's fallen down is kind of cracked.
I want to mess with this and see what it does.
Yeah, you and your rock things might be a little more adept at figuring this out
All
than
of
me.
you three sense an aura from this site.
Who?
Like a magic aura?
You three.
Flowers.
Us?
Can I look
3?
for flowers?
You can't.
So like the strong elemental people.
Strong elemental people related to magic sense magic.
I'm
Okay.
helping her.
Does that mean I have advantage?
You do.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Investigation.
I rolling?
Okay, 15.
15.
I rolled for investigation.
No,
I mean, if you're looking as well, if
Where's
all you
the
guys are looking,
flowers?
I don't know what I'm
Okay.
looking for.
we'll handle this first. So
The 25.
you look around.
You rolled a 25.
They've already searched an area, so you don't have to search that again. DC is a little bit lower. You do see a small. The area around you is dry right now, and the rest is very muggy. But you see a little stump of a tree that's been knocked over. Looks like because of this clearing, the wind was able to come down and push through, and that's probably the reason why the shrine is here. But it knocked one of the trees down. You can see the log past, and there's a small flower.
I'm gonna go pick it.
Okay, you go pick it. You get to it, and you pick it up just ever so slightly from the base, and you hold it up to yourself. It opens up to your touch. It's almost like it senses your presence, and it smells beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's the flower that you're looking for. It's white, speckled, goes to red, and you also notice a few bubbles pop up around you in the water.
In the water?
Yeah, it's off
I
into
thought
the
it was
distance.
in dry land.
No,
It's off into
some
the
of
distance.
it's over here.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction?
Bubbles
In the water.
in the water.
Do I see the bubbles? Those
Make a
are
perception.
I'm gonna-
This will be your passive perception. So what's yours?
There's bubbles in the water.
Mine's
12?
14.
I changed the water's opacity to clear.
Okay. You notice the bubbles.
Okay.
I make it clear.
Okay.
I
You make
say,
it clear?
hey, there's bubbles over there.
So as soon
I
as it
probably
goes
would've seen them with my
clear,
investigation.
what are you doing? Are you moving at all? You're just gonna stay there? Okay.
Okay.
You're.
Wait, where is
Let me show you where you are. So the top of the tree. We'll say it.
Outside of the land.
Yeah, it's not too far out, but it was about here, and then the.
I'm not sure I got that.
Wherever you are. Okay.
I'm with her.
You're with her?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still looking at those
I
markings.
mean, I would be.
I'm still looking at the markings.
Yeah,
might have
I
moved
was
to
like
different
looking
ones.
around.
Might have moved to different ones, but-
Use this as
Whoa!
as the tree.
Those are new.
I use it for Warhammer, but
For what?
for Warhammer.
And where's the water?
The water gets
Direction.
deeper and deeper as you go further away. So you're in about like knee high water.
I'm in the water?
I thought it liked dry condition.
Yeah.
That's why it's on the stump. It's growing
It's
out of the
out
stump.
of the
Oh.
stump. Okay. Are
That's
there?
why you didn't find it looking around here.
Okay.
Oh, well then I guess I'll get out of the water.
Hold it down.
I'm following her.
In the area
So
of the
you make
bubbles, I made
You
it
make to
clear.
land.
And Serena backs up with me because she's following me.
You make the water clear, and you can see the floor of the small
Area.
bog area is writhing with vines.
Guys, I think we should go.
Okay.
As soon as you turn away,
Don't turn away. I back up. Just say no
Just say
surprise. No like no
She's
surprises.
watching. Yeah.
the vines almost swirl around. They start to swirl around each other next to where that the flower was,
Yeah.
almost encompassing it, and they just grow and keep growing and growing, and they grow around the tree that was here,
Mm-hmm.
and almost like pick it up and start to take form. And this enormous vine growth creature
Kind
is
of like an ent, like from.
kind of like an ant, but more
I'm thinking the swamp person from Avatar,
That's almost exactly.
Okay.
but
It's-
with the log.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it has the log is like almost like one of its arms, and it's got
Does it have like a torso?
it has some semblance
Or like
of a torso.
lying torso.
It's got skulls embedded in it. There's
shit.
like some bones sticking
Would I have
out.
seen it before?
You make a nature check. Let's see.
Natural 17.
Natural 17.
Plus
So
4.
plus 4. You have seen it.
Do I know anything about it?
You actually encountered it one of your first days out in the wild.
Okay.
There was a heavy storm right as you left. It kind of just gave you cover to run, and you encountered this creature, but were able to escape. They consume whatever they can, and are normally grown from an encounter with lightning, magical connection to the Fae, but they appear from lightning strikes. But it grows from over here, and we are going to use. We can use this as a model for it.
Symbolic.
What? I'm leaving the. Hey. Yeah.
Alright.
No,
Fine.
doesn't look good. Okay.
Alright.
So right now it's just encompassed the area where you were standing, Aurora, and it seems to have noticed you. You can't make out any face or eyes. I mean, it's got skulls where maybe a head would be, but none of them look like that. Let's roll initiative.
Are you kidding me?
There you go.
18.
18. All right. Yes.
What'd you roll? Okay.
So if you think they come from lightning,
What'd you roll?
can go here.
What is it?
No, I think so.
Lightning damage? Probably not.
I'm trying to figure out.
It seems to be
It's not a humanoid or a beast, right?
the conditions of its growth. You wouldn't really know beyond that of what you.
Let's
know
fight
about
this
lightning.
thing.
Yep.
So
Let's do it.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
18. All right. 15 into 10. 14.
12.
Okay.
I got a natural 1 for a 3.
Nice.
Okay. And give me one moment here. But Sadia, you're up first.
I'm gonna.
You're currently coming out of the water, and you turn around and you're like, "Oh, geez, what the frick is this? Actually, I know what this is. Oh shit!"
Question.
Yeah.
For house rules, if we hold an attack action, is it 1 attack or 2?
We established it was an entire action.
Yeah.
So it would be
It's
2.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also get to do that to us as well.
How much space does this thing make? Like,
Take up.
yeah.
It is large, so 10-foot diameter.
Okay. So, right. I'm gonna cast Erupting Earth. Right. Like, so it engulfs it.
Engulfs it. Okay. What does it erupting earth do?
You can choose a point on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts from a 20-foot cube centered around that point. Each creature in that must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. The ground is rough terrain until in each 5 foot area. Each 5 foot squares of the portion requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Alright. So, you go ahead and cast it. I wasn't listening to It's a dex save. Okay. And it churns the ground?
Yeah, it takes damage. It's like a fountain of earth is what it calls it.
Okay. It got a 8.
So full damage.
Yeah, 3d12.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, a 9.
Here.
Is that one carved in?
No, it's flat.
18 bludgeoning.
18 bludgeoning damage. Good to know. So, when you cast it, the water it was bubbling. Now it's just, and you see bits of mud and earth kind of mold over it, but it's just around its base.
It's also rough terrain, too.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go. Okay, bye.
Okay. Okay. And sorry, how much damage was that?
18.
I can't do anything else really cool, guys.
Okay.
I'm a level 3 spell slots.
So,
That was level 3?
at the end of your turn, it's going to take one of its legendary actions.
Oh, great.
This is quite the fight.
Yay!
Reaction.
Kind of.
You have. Can you what?
Can I
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a reaction. I mean, it's a...
It's a legendary action.
Yeah.
So you could reaction it.
That's what I got.
Okay. So it's going to cast Entangle right, like, in the center of the stones.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 20-foot area.
It's gonna hit me.
Yeah, it's going to... You two...
Just
Yeah.
the 2 of us.
Yeah, just the 2 of us. Two of you.
Okay.
Because it's a 20-foot square.
Square or sphere?
If it's a square,
Says it's a square.
so where are you in
Here.
the middle?
Literally, like here.
Okay, so it'll hit the both of us.
Yeah, and that.
Where? David? Where's the middle?
I
assume.
Don't make a save on that.
Yeah. To here. Oh, yeah. There.
Just going to try and catch both of them.
Got it.
So
Strength check.
the vines it's controlling just come out of the ground and try to grab onto you. It is a strength saving throw.
Saving throw. Shit. It's still not terrible. 16.
I am.
16.
Saving throw.
Check.
Saving throw.
Oh, yeah. 17.
And a 16.
So I have to check this.
Anyone want a lifesaver?
Yes, please.
Ooh, please.
May I have a red one, please?
17 for you and a...
I'm a 16, she's a 17.
Okay, you both pass.
Cool. A green one, please.
I'm trying to
Do
find
you
a
want
good
the green
one.
one? Is that your favorite?
My favorite's
Hello.
Okay.
If that's it, there
Do I
is...
take damage?
There are... No, you don't take damage. They're still trying to grab onto you, but you're
Okay.
able to get away for now. Next up is Aurora.
But can I reaction that at all?
Did it move at all?
I mean, you can take your action
It's
on
not
it.
his turn.
What do you want to do?
Legendary action.
Was that its turn?
Oh. Can you use a legendary action whenever?
It's at the end of another player's turn.
Oh. I did not know that. Thanks for giving that.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Oh, thank you for this. I I just
You're
assumed
welcome.
I could grab one. What are you gonna do, Aurora?
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. That's a dex saving throw.
Okay, good enough.
Probably not the extras.
It failed mine right now.
Well, it's not a bad roll.
Extra 17.
Yeah, it passed.
Okay.
I guess I'll cast Spiritual Weapon again and try to hit it.
With
Okay.
a dick.
Hit with a dick.
Is Sacred Flame a cantrip?
14. That's another one.
Barely misses.
Oh,
Okay.
So you whack it,
that means AC is
but it doesn't go in deep enough. The dick isn't pointy enough to actually go in. It slaps
No one
against the
likes
side.
a pointy dick. Am I right?
Whose turn is it?
Flint, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move out of it. The entangle. Do I have to make like a save or something?
I think on the top of your turn, do.
Oh, okay.
On the top of your turn. So you gotta
Is
make
it a
it.
strength save again?
If we saved from it when it came in, then what do we do?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Because it didn't restrain me. It didn't do any damage.
It doesn't say, but I'll say at the top of your turn, you do need to make another one.
I saved. It's like a. I can't do basic math. 23.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I will hold my action.
It's difficult terrain now.
Literally.
I have it. I don't have any more movement.
It was difficult terrain, so you need a. It's double
Where?
movement
It's 10.
Starting when?
in the thing.
he was
In
only
Entangle.
5 foot
He was
in.
only 5 foot in.
Okay,
I
so okay,
just stepped out.
yeah, okay. So that's
minus
10.
So you have
That's
15
10?
feet.
Yeah.
You have 15 feet. From.
So I actually stepped out there. I went diagonal.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
fine.
5, 10, 15. That's all I have. I have a move speed of 20.
If you
10,
stepped
15,
out-
20, 25.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 20. Okay. And I will hold my action.
No, but you spent 10 to get out of the entangle.
Yeah, we did that.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, you're good.
From here, 10.
Yeah.
15,
That's what he
20,
did.
25. That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will hold my action for when it comes in range for me
Okay.
to hit.
Sounds good. It is now its turn. It is going to. What would it like to do?
It was still difficult terrain even though I saved.
Did it take damage?
It's always difficult terrain. Yes, it did take damage.
When?
When she
Her
cast
turn.
her earth
Took
thing.
18.
But it was before
Oh.
its turn.
It's legendary action.
Okay. It's going to. It's going to swing out one of its vines and try to.
Is it not moving?
It's not moving right now.
It doesn't.
But it's going to take out one of its arms and try to swipe at both of you.
Okay. I don't get an attack for my held action then?
It doesn't say anything about making another
Okay.
check on entangle.
No, I guess you're fine. Okay, the first one is a 23 against you, Flint.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And the second one is going to be a
Hang on.
15
Sorry.
against you. Okay, cloak protection, OP.
What?
I said cloak protection, OP. It didn't hit Aurora, but
It does hit me.
does hit you. Okay. 2.
Remember, it's -3 if it's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Okay. This is bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and it is 11 damage total.
Minus the 3.
Minus 3, so 8.
8 damage.
8 damage.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that is all it's going to do. It's not going to move. Just going to just wriggling around, slamming its big tree arm around. Next up is Sailor.
I will use my bonus action to sing.
Okay.
Mage armor's still up from earlier because it's 8 hours.
Right.
And I will use my glove of blasting. What is it?
It's a Fabriel.
I'll use my blasty thing and do that.
Okay. So 3
Scorching Rays.
Scorching Rays.
Yes.
What is their attack level?
Yep.
That is a 14, a 21, and a 22.
Okay, 2 hit.
So that's...
You let loose 3 Scorching Rays and they fly into the thing.
That's 16 fire damage.
16 fire damage. So it blasts in and it has a really good impact, but not as much of it is burnt as you would expect. It's very wet.
That makes
I
sense.
should have done the other thing then. I was trying to hold... What?
We're gonna freeze it instead.
I can now.
Yeah. Okay.
At the end of its turn, it's going to make its last its legendary action, and it's going to try. It's going to send out one of its vines, but this one's really long and thick, and it's going to go right for you.
Me or her?
For you, and it's going to try to pull you back.
You try to throw with me. Man.
It is.
You're me. You're just me, but bigger.
So it's going to make an attack roll against me. That is...
Oh, and it had to make a concentration check to maintain
Yeah, 2
entangle
of
when it took damage.
Just...
But he hit it twice.
Oh, that's right. So pass the first one. Yeah, pass the second one too.
Okay.
It's 11.
What
It's
did you
close,
roll
but
to hit
you
me?
made it. That is a 16 plus modifiers. So it hits you. You take... I believe Thorn Whip is it D8 or D6? I don't have the spell on me right now.
2d6.
2d6.
For you, it's
For me, it's 2d6.
Yeah. Okay. You take 4 damage. And you are...
Wait, go back.
Oh, you probably need to make a saving throw.
If I get pulled.
It's you can
Sorry, I should have pulled this up.
1d6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Yeah. So this pulls you 15 feet closer to me.
15.
Yep.
It increases by 1d6 when you reach
Wait,
fifth
this is
level.
the rough terrain.
It still pulls you 15.
You're in the stone.
So you... Yeah, okay. Alright, so you're pulled forward, and that's the end of his turn. Or that's the end of the legendary action. So top of the round is your turn.
Wait, for that, when you did that, I'm going to do my reaction as Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
That's safe.
Dex save for this guy. It's a natural 3, minus 1, so it does not.
Concentration check on entangle.
Concentration check on this. Fails this time. Entangle, the vines ride back into the ground. It's almost like they replant themselves.
That's dumb.
Cool.
Does that mean the thing's gone?
Yes.
I think it's gone here.
So I think
Gets
he's gonna-
6 hits.
Okay, and it is resistant to fire damage, so it gets 3.
That's all I want.
Alright.
Did you get to pick what health rebuke type damage it does, or because I think Jester's
Yeah.
is ice.
It is. Jester's is cold, but
Mine works with my character.
you don't get to pick unless you use Mordenkainen's Tone of Foes.
I think it is like a tiefling variant, which I think Jester.
because she doesn't have.
What?
Yeah, she's the regular Tiefling variant because she doesn't have vicious mockery or anything like that. But anyway, away from that, should be right here.
I don't see it.
What are you looking
The
for?
black mushroom.
Oh,
It's in the pack.
That's not.
It's brown.
Why is this brown?
I can
You
use it.
had it.
I don't know.
David.
Yeah, you did have it.
I don't have it with me.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, it takes
Okay, but I
less
still
fire
don't really-
damage than it would have, but yes, it still did get damage, and you did manage to drop the entangle.
Okay. I'm going to. You guys don't.
Could I disarm the tree trunk from it?
Try.
Right, no, yeah, but like theoretically.
No,
could
no.
I?
You can try. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I? Do you guys want this thing close to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing it did to me.
Okay.
I
Go
still
for it.
have my held action.
It doesn't.
You do?
It's 10.
10. You don't hit.
I really wanted that to happen because I could hit it.
So it kind of goes in, and then it just pulls a little vine out, and you're just holding a vine. Like, well, damn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be like, well.
Like a beast shape.
I don't have anything that would do anything.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, it's got its legendary actions back.
Oh, fuck.
I just don't want to do it.
These two little saplings that seemed fine. They looked like little trees. They weren't little trees. At least they're not anymore. And they start to move at you. And they, but they're lower on initiative. So there are two creatures next to you that seem hostile.
I did throw him with. No, anyway. Do I still have a bonus action?
You still have a bonus action. But that was the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why they was coming in. Aurora, you are up next.
Oh, okay. No.
How thirsty is it here?
So are those like actual like miniature these things, or did it?
They're
like,
not miniature. They look like bark that's
it's-
moving.
So it's controlling it.
Seems.
Can
I'm
I
like me.
cast dispel magic?
Okay.
I don't know if that will work.
Might.
Mine.
You could do a wisdom check. Yeah.
No, it's not a wisdom check.
She's just
What
doing
level
it.
spell is it?
It
What
wasn't
level
a
spell are you
spell.
casting it at?
Yeah. What level are you casting it? Just basic level,
Yeah, but its
Okay.
basic level is 3rd.
and it fills up to 4th, right?
She's
It expels up to anything.
Yeah, but at a certain level, you don't have to roll.
3rd level's immediate.
Read it.
3rd level's immediate. After that,
Can you read the?
Read the description of the spell.
Please.
choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, the target makes an ability check using their spellcasting ability. It's the spell plus 10. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay. Who are you casting it on?
I guess I would cast it on her and just get all of them to end.
No, cast on him. If you're dispelling
That's what she
magic.
said.
That's what she said.
Oh, I thought you said on me. I think you said her.
She did.
Okay.
Oh,
Make
The plant's a she.
okay.
make a wisdom check.
This doesn't have anything.
I know, but it's outside the bounds of that spell, so make a wisdom check.
See if it'll work.
Well, I don't want to waste the spell. If it's
I'm
not-
saying make a wisdom check to see if it works.
Make a wisdom check.
Oh, that's pretty good.
1 second. It's 15.
15? Okay. Alright. So, you cast a spell, magic on it, and it kind of, you see the Aurora's radiant energy kind of invade the creature, just like seep into the vines, and the connection with the twig blights kind of halters. It just stops for a second. They're stunned for this round.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's real good.
We can do that, yeah.
Okay.
So they're unable to move, and you have advantage on attacks against them.
Cool. Melee attacks or all attacks?
All attacks.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay.
I guess I'll try to hit it with my spell.
Go ahead.
It doesn't. There's
Well-
no chance in hell it
What is it?
It's a 3.
Oh, well,
Or an 8.
okay, yeah. I mean, it's not too far away, but it's a big giant thing, so big giant things don't get hit pretty easy. Next up is Flint.
Yeah. So, this is rough terrain coming out here.
Yes.
Don't care. I'm gonna run at it.
Alright, run at it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah? Cool. 2 attacks.
2 attacks, go for it.
Fuck! It's a natural 20, but it's cocked.
It cocked in there?
Yeah. I'm really mad about it. So that's a 13 to hit and a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yeah, 13 and 17. Damn. Okay. So 17 is not the 13?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I didn't quite afford it. Oh well. 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright.
And
You connect pretty well and chop off a good solid, 6-inch radius of vine.
Okay. Action surge. I'll hit it again.
Do you have an action surge left?
We took a short rest, didn't we?
Yeah.
It recovers every short rest.
Alright.
And I'm going to disarming attack one of them. The red one is for a disarming attack if it hits.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
The red one.
Yes, the red one, if it hits, is a disarming attack. One of them misses, it's a 12. The other one is a 19 to hit, and that's the red
The
one.
red
That was the disarming.
Okay.
You guys have everyone.
Yeah, I know. So, makes a strength
You're
check.
trying to disarm its log. Its
Yes.
arm, pretty much.
Yes.
Make a strength check.
Cut the
It makes
vine
a
holding
strength
it.
save. Is the
Is the
thing?
Okay,
what it
I'm
says.
giving it...
It's a
I
DC
should give it
15.
super advantage, but
DC 15.
it rolled a natural 15 plus.
Okay, but I still get 2d8 because of superior test. I deal with
Yeah.
damage. Double 8s, sweet. Okay, 20 damage.
20 damage, and your damage before was 5?
5.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So-
total 25.
25 damage. Good to know. 15.
And that is my turn because I have no movement.
Alright. It is the Twig Blight's turn, but they're stunned. So they're just kind of... they're literally just petrified. It's like
And
they're
it's the
trees
end of
again.
her next turn, right? Or is it the
That's
end of their-
Stunning Strike. This one, it'll just be the round.
The round. So once it comes back to their turn, then
No.
Or-
After
No,
after him.
after him. Yeah.
Got
But now it's the Shambling's Mountain turn. So it is going to... Let's see. It's going to make 2 slam attacks against you. It's just
Okay.
going to beat down with its log and its vines and just... Alright. So one of those was a natural 1. And one was a 16 plus...
one miss, right?
One missed.
Okay, I will use riposte as my reaction.
Okay.
It says you may take an. Hold on, sorry. It's a one superior ally to make a melee attack. Is that 1 attack or is that 2? Because it is an attack action.
One attack.
1 attack, so 1 swing.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. But what was the other one to hit? Sorry.
It was a 24.
Yeah.
You should go.
So I'll do the damage first and then do.
Nothing. We're talking about
And do the damage and then I'll do my attack.
Okay. That is 14 damage.
Minus 3,
Minus 3.
so 11.
Yep.
What kind of damage and don't you have
It's
resistance?
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
I have I have minus 3 to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Alright.
Okay. And then so it's an attack. That's cocked. I missed. So 12.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So you chop into it, but you don't grab enough.
Okay.
Your axe almost gets caught in it, and you have to yank it out. That's the end of his turn. That's now it's Sailor's turn.
Way up frost.
Okay, is there an attack?
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack.
12.
Does not hit. It just and you freeze like a little flower on the side of it.
Okay.
You have that flower, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And at the end of its that turn, it's going to try and make another slam attack at Flint.
Okay.
It's a natural truth, so it misses you.
Cool.
It slams down.
I don't have another reaction, so I can't do it again, right?
Nope.
Cool.
Alrighty. So, top of the round, Soria. The twig blights are starting to awaken.
Can I turn into a giant crocodile yet?
No, you haven't studied it. You didn't spend time with the crocodile. You have to study the creature. You can't just be like, yo, there's a crocodile. Let me turn into that.
I fought it.
Yeah, but for like 20 seconds. You didn't spend time with the creature. You were trying to help her with the horse. Which is time well spent, but...
I'm just gonna turn into a diamond.
Whoa, fine. I'll grab your mini.
I'm just gonna turn into one of the most ferocious beasts out there.
I'm just gonna say, this is why I want to go to Aslanka, because I turn into the same thing every time.
What's that one?
Maybe it's just
You pass it.
Eating a lot of.
Lights. Check out the creep next to you.
I should have turned into a bear, but
Alright, go ahead.
I hate this game.
16.
16.
16 hits, I believe.
Wait, all of them? I was... Okay.
Well, here you go.
No?
So
Oh my god. 6.
Jeez.
And you need to make a DC. A check. Strength.
That is a 4.
Okay, you're knocked prone, bitch.
They're knocked prone.
Ooh, do you get another attack?
I don't think they do. That's
It's
why I
just a
said
bite, not a claw.
So,
Or bite.
you pin it down, and you're tearing it apart, and it falls to wood. Like, it's not alive anymore.
Wow, you killed it?
Yeah.
That was
Then I go-
easy.
Alright.
Alright.
I just
So little health.
What?
This is so little health.
It's a little twig.
Animated
It's
wood.
literally a twig blight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Doesn't think we can handle the real shit.
Wait. Before it's in my turn, I'm gonna go.
Good to know.
That made it.
Aurora, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on it.
On the big guy?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I would.
No.
9.
Where's lightning?
Swings wide.
I know, that's where
The form is shifting too much.
Spiritual weapon. Hit it with D14.
Just barely misses. I'm
Oh, are you kidding me?
sorry. AC
It's
is
so
15.
big.
I'm pretty sure its AC is like 15.
It's 15.
Yeah.
Because we've been rolling 14, and he's always like,
Oh, it just misses.
Just misses. I can't help it.
yeah, I know.
Alright. that it? Okay. At the end of that turn, it's gonna just it's mad. It's gonna take another swing at Flint.
What? Why does it keep attacking?
It gets legendary actions every round.
Okay.
That is a 16.
Miss.
Miss. All right. And now it's your turn.
Cool. 2 swings.
2 swings. Go for it.
And the red one's gonna be another disarming attack.
Okay.
Because why not? Natural 20, not for the disarming.
Okay.
But a natural 20, and then a 22, 23
Alright,
For the red one?
for the red one. So the red one does hit as well. So
Okay.
I will roll.
So roll a double
I'll
one
roll
first.
the natural 20 first. 10 plus 4, 14.
14 damage.
And then this is
Yeah.
the disarming attack. It makes it a strength DC 15. 14 damage for the other attack as well.
Okay.
So total 28 damage.
Damage total.
And it needs to make a strength 15 DC.
Saving throw or check?
Saving throw.
And you're trying to disarm it?
Yes. I didn't think so, but I wanted the extra damage.
Okay. So yeah, you carve into it
Did
good.
28 damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was.
he just did 28 damage to it.
You've done over 50 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little over.
That's how a
50
fighter's
damage.
supposed to be. Good job.
Sweet. Okay. I think that's all I can do.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's.
Alright, that's your turn.
Actually, bonus action, second wind. Gain health.
Okay,
It's
cool.
bonus action.
Do that.
So it's 1d10 plus 5, 14. Okay, cool. I'm all set.
Alright.
Did I grab something?
Okay. I don't like that.
So, at the end of your turn, it shoves its right hand, the one that's not a tree, into the ground.
Fuck.
I'm taking this.
And the vines spring up here in a 10-foot radius and open up and release gas. All of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it poison? Because I have advantage on that. That's
Okay.
why I'm asking.
Yes.
Well, let me make sure that that's true, because I think that it's you have advantage against saves against poison and resistance against poison damage. So do I have advantage or not? Saves against poison and
Yes.
resistance against poison damage.
You didn't get advantage.
It's a Constitution save.
Yeah. Constitution save.
19.
19? Okay. Save 6. Okay, both of you are poisoned. You don't take any damage. You have disadvantage on attacks, though.
Disadvantage on attack.
Yes.
Noted.
So, did we establish on whether or not my thing works
What thing works?
when I'm in beach shape?
What do you mean?
My necklace.
The one that she tried to
Advantage
put
on
on,
poison.
that she bought.
Did you change it? Did you change it? I mean, you bought it as a necklace.
Did you alter it?
I mean, can I not wear it around the arm?
You would have to take it off and put it on your arm before you changed, which you didn't. So you did.
So it's melded into.
I mean,
It's in your
you
body
did.
right now.
Did we practice with it last time?
I didn't go into beach shape.
You haven't really used it. You haven't come up to that conclusion yet. Yes. But yes,
This would
both
be
of you
good
are
to do
poisoned.
before you
Disadvantage on attack rolls, and now it's its turn. It's going to try to pummel you.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
That is a 22 and
Yep.
a 25.
Yep, both hit.
So it slams down first hit is 13 damage.
-3.
Minus 3 is 10. And the next one is 13 damage as well.
-3.
And then it just
Okay. Engulfs me?
engulfs you.
Excuse me.
Okay. Do I make a save?
Yes, I will get to that.
Strength, I assume.
Actually, no, it just grapples you. You are blinded and restrained and unable to breathe.
What?
You need to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw at the start of each of the monsters. No, so not yet.
Okay.
But you can try to get out on your turn.
Strength out of it?
Yes.
Okay.
You are grappled. It has grappled you.
And that's a check, not a saving throw, right? To break? To break it.
Uh,
I think it's a check.
we'll go with the check. All right, that's the end of its turn.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sailor, it's your turn. It has
Magic
engulfed.
missile second level.
Go for it.
16 damage.
16 damage. Very nice. That is a good magic missile.
Hit where I want.
They don't. Yeah, they. That's fully controlled. There's no attack rolls on that, so he go wherever he wants. 16 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do that until I have disadvantage on attack rolls now.
So
won't
when you hit it, it's engulfed Flint and it's being pummeled, and now it just gets mad, and it stands up to its full height.
Oh, it wasn't its full height?
It was like
I was gonna say, like
sunken
a
into the
hill?
ground,
Oh my
and then
God.
it just like gets up and it's like swinging its arms around. You're still inside of it.
Oh my god.
You're like in its belly.
Is
But-
the
Anything
poisonous
weird
gas
in
still
there?
around us?
What? Are
It
there
just,
any...
like, puffed
oh, wait.
Is it gone? Is it kind of dissipated?
Yeah, it's
now?
dissipated.
Do I feel any flowers in it?
Make. We'll get to that on your turn.
Okay. Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Never mind, then I won't do that.
Alrighty.
Top of the round.
Top of the round. Sadia, what you gonna do when they come for you?
I'm gonna bite that one.
Okay.
It's a natural 14 plus 5, so 19.
19, yeah. You hit it. You just tear it to pieces. I want you to make you roll damage on this because it doesn't have enough
Okay.
hit points.
It's okay.
It has
I
0
rolled
hit
the same
points?
thing. It was 6.
Yeah.
So I know.
It only has 4 hit points.
No.
You just tear it apart. You're like your direwolf form is so massive that it just snaps its arms and it's like, and then you just crush its chest in with your
Hey,
face.
good job, Sarow. Yeah.
If you would like to, you can bite its head.
What?
If you would like to, you can bite its head and throw it off.
No, I want that one.
It doesn't have one, just has skulls in places. It should have had. Is this a corpse flower?
Okay, so.
What is this?
No, I just made it up.
Okay.
40. It's...
What?
No,
Yeah,
but
the
I'm
purple
trying
one.
to decide whether or not I want to get up there.
Do you like the purple one?
No.
Help would be nice.
No, but then it can hit me. Okay, I'll be right here inside. So you're right here.
Yeah, I'm...
But it stood up, meaning it might move.
I'm right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna sit on this side of it right
We
here.
should spread out more.
Okay, I'm right there.
We should split that more.
I'm not seeing it. If I was a bear, I could try to do something.
Alright, next up, Aurora. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Did I have to do that?
21.
Okay. You go for it.
If the surprise attacks, did I get advantage?
We're in combat with it, so it wouldn't be a surprise attack.
I know, but do they?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay, so if I were to cast Blink and go on the ethereal plane and then, like, appear behind it?
So,
You
that's,
would
the
have-
blink doesn't work that way. You would have to be fully invisible
I'm on a
for
horse,
like the entire
so-
ring. Yeah. Blink itself doesn't work that way. That's all I can say.
But if you blinked behind it, or on the other side of it, you'd get flanking advantage on it.
It wouldn't be a surprise.
You would, yeah, you would get flanking now.
You're
So you would have-
side-
you would have advantage
the-
anyway.
The opposite side of me, and then you would have advantage because we're flanking.
But it wouldn't be because you...
And also you wouldn't be getting hit because you would blink away at the end of your turn.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead?
You did.
That's a wisdom saving.
Wisdom saving throw. It's not very wise.
Not that wise, yeah. Oh, jeez. Is it in the negatives?
That's funny.
That'd be great. Should do double damage.
Oh, it's not as... Not wise.
Unwise as
It's
you
just
thought.
not intelligent. But if you roll 12. Alrighty.
Saved you
And it's taking damage, so you, yeah.
D12.
Oh, yeah!
Ooh.
Natural 12.
Hey.
And then I'm gonna try to hit it with my spiritual.
Hit it with the dong. Hit it with the dong.
Ooh, that's good.
23?
23, so...
It has an AC of 15.
So it's 12 plus 23.
No, 23.
No,
is the
23
hit.
was
Oh,
the
yes. Sorry.
So 12 plus
5.
5.
17.
17. So... Okay.
Oh,
You
wait,
knocked
she
some-
had disadvantage on that.
No,
You did.
I made a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, she did.
the dong.
Yeah,
she passed the... She took the poison
I,
with the
it's a Constitution...
Oh. Was
Sorry,
I supposed to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, go ahead and make one. Sorry.
9.
You were still poisoned.
Okay, we can work around that.
Don't you have to be within a certain distance to use your spiritual weapon?
No,
No.
the
It's
spiritual
just like-
weapon's
it
right
stays.
here at it.
When she casts
When
it, she
you
can
move
move
it,
it
it's
around.
only 20 feet.
But it's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
No.
the only thing about it.
I just, for some reason, thought that you had to be within like 30 feet of it to use
No.
it.
Okay.
There's some weird things they
I think it was 15.
Cool. Flint.
Yeah, my turn, right? I'm gonna try and break free.
Try and break free.
Strength check.
Turn check.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. But also you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Because you are...
You're not breathing.
Well, then I didn't make the strength check. I don't think it's 11.
He didn't get out.
Alright,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
But the Constitution save is.
But you can hold your breath for
Oh, it's. I'm still fine. 25.
a while. If you're still holding his breath.
Oh, and it must succeed on a DC 14 saving throw at the start of each of them. Oh, on the mound's turn. Never mind. Sorry. It's on the mound's turn. It tries to
Do I
eat
still
you
get
on
to
this.
keep my natural 19?
No,
I rolled
No.
for it. Come on, you told me to roll for it. It's fine. Oh. So I don't get out.
That's not how this game works, buddy.
Yeah, I know. You make the rules. I don't get out. And that's it. I think, right? I can't move out of it.
Nope.
Alright,
You're
use
just...
your action.
You're trying to grab...
Yeah, I use my action. That's it.
Alright. Now it's turn.
So now I have to make the Constitution save?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution save.
That's how.
Oh, yeah.
But that one's cocked.
12.
Sorry, buddy.
God damn it. Mad. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
That is 9 bludgeoning damage.
Minus 3.
Yep.
Okay.
So it just... You're already engulfed, but it just tries to constrict you. Kind of like the snake that Surya summoned, and it just squeezes you.
How's it looking? Is it mad enough to be in like
So
a
you
rage?
thought you were doing a lot of damage? Because, like, parts of it were falling off and stuff. And then it stood up and it's like, oh, there's a lot more to this thing than there was. But it's very hurt. Like, the torso of it is, like,
Ripped.
partially there. But it doesn't really have a form, so it's just constantly trying to throw it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, while you are engulfed, it is going to... It's going to just... Now it's standing, it's just going to run straight for Sailor.
Oh, I get a reaction.
You get your reaction. You haven't attacked it yet, so... Not really worry about you.
That was an 11,
Your
but I
dog.
moved it. 15.
Just hits.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, that's a 16 actually.
No, it was on 11, but I moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but you're
yeah,
fighting
16. Yeah.
It. It's a 16.
That's better. That 1d6 is rolling shit, though. The purple one.
Oh, yeah.
It's been rolling terribly the entire
Yeah.
time. I think it's rolled a natural one every time.
That's 8, and it's not prone when I react it. When I fight it. It's a lot. The target is a creature.
It is immune.
Oh,
How is it
DC
not?
13. Just kidding.
It has to make a strength
Strength.
saving throw.
It's really strong.
But it's
Of,
8.
of 13.
It passes.
But it's 8.
Give it advantage on that because there's a giant mound of vines and you're biting it.
8 damage.
Hanging on it like
8
a
damage.
chew
Okay.
toy.
Yeah. You literally just hang on it and it kind of drags you a little bit. Shh.
Like Silly does with that ball of
Yeah.
knots.
But
you're just hanging here from it.
I want to get out of this.
all right.
Still triggering on the thing.
Cool. 2 attacks against you.
Wait, I'm grappled. Yeah.
Against me?
Not the best.
I'm grappled, right?
You're grappled. Yes.
That's it? No restrained too?
Oh, grappled and restrained.
Got it.
Whenever you're grappled and restrained.
What does this mean?
What is it?
Highest is a 12.
19.
Slam, slam. You're just moving.
I'm super quick right now.
You're bowing it out.
It's 2d6 plus 3. 10 is the average.
Sailor, you are up.
Okay, well, I will try and I will swing with my rapier and try and weaken the part where Flint is and like help maybe clear out the area,
Yeah.
like a machete.
Okay, yeah, cool.
With the rapier.
With a rapier.
Rapiers aren't very much cutting things, but
but like,
well, you can try, certainly.
9.
Nope.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna Misty
Does it
step
hit me?
away,
It skewers a couple vines and then you pull it out and you're like, damn it.
Okay.
and I'm gonna Misty step away.
Alrighty. Misty step. 60 feet.
Up
Or
to
30
60
feet.
I think it's up to 40 feet.
It's
Normally I use my shadow
30
step,
feet.
so
30 feet?
we're all wrong.
and I will go over here behind the rock for cover.
Okay.
Or like do I have to see
Are you trying to hide?
that you can see. So I'll go next to it and then I'll hide. Or I'll
You can't
go
take a bonus action as a hide as
Well,
a wizard, so
use my bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Yeah.
But I will go around the rock.
okay, you can hide next to her if you wish.
I mean, no, I'm just trying to get cover from it.
Yeah, that's fine. At the end of your turn, since it has 1 action left, so instead of those weak little things that popped up and the little trees that started attacking you,
I made a comment earlier about weak little trees.
It's coming back to bite you in the
yeah.
ass.
these fallen limbs from the swamp just and get up onto the dry land, and they're all covered in thorns. Like they look like the worst briar patch in the world. They're all spiny and everything. They look like thorn afros, pretty much. And what did
Con save? For me?
yes.
For what? Oh, the...
Me! 9 again!
Yeah.
What was that rapier?
14. What did
Oh! Yeah.
all right?
Also,
Cool,
that
cool.
rapier should have been a disadvantage.
I know, but
the
you
second
missed
one,
anyway.
Well, the second one was also a natural 20, so yeah.
Yeah.
Boomer fun!
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so now there's these other 2 creatures attacking. It's the top of the round. So yeah, what are you doing? You gonna bite his butt?
Where do you want
You
to
gonna
go?
stay in the water, or you gonna try and go out of the water?
I'm gonna. is that is that little stump still there, or did he come out
Yeah.
of it? I want to step on the stump and drag that up.
Is that kind of flanking?
Yeah, does that kind of slightly?
Because he's inside of it.
I will say he only is to here, so you would have to get a little bit closer. The base is
It's 10 feet.
yeah.
Oh,
He's a 10-foot monster.
that's fine. I'm gonna bite spot.
Okay, bite his butt.
15.
Does she get advantage for flanking?
You're
It still
inside.
hits.
I
It
was
still
kidding.
hits. It
I
still
was
hits.
kidding. 15
Yeah, it
hits.
still hits.
2d6 plus.
Ew, that hurt.
Oh, there you go. That's what we've been
Hey! 15 damage.
15 damage.
And it has to make a strength saving throw of DC 13. Third.
Okay,
If it fails this, do I get knocked out?
it's fine.
Oh.
it's fine.
Although it was a lot
very-
lower, it was closer.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
If
If it had fallen, would I have been knocked out of it, or would I still be in it?
you would be like enveloped still. You wouldn't be able to breathe, but you would be not being constricted.
Okay.
How much damage was it? 12? 15.
What did my failed con save do?
You were damaged.
Okay.
Okay. So that was Ria's turn.
Yeah, I'm biting spot.
It's my turn, right?
It's gonna.
It's not. Never mind. She's ahead of me.
Can't really see. It's gonna try and reach for Aurora and pull her in. So it's gonna cast Thorn Whip and try to make an attack roll.
Does she have cover from it?
She does.
So her AC's
Boosted. So what's your AC right now?
16.
16. So you have.
There's a whole stone right in front of her.
no.
It's not right in front of her.
Well,
This
I'll
one?
say it's
You'll have
light
to, like-
cover. Yeah.
Sorry.
So light cover's plus 3. So 16 plus 3 is 19. 14 plus 5.
it's 19.
You're pulled to the stone.
Slammed into it? Question mark? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage from hitting a stone. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a DM.
I know. Any way you can make more happen.
But that's really cool though.
Yeah.
Like,
But it is your turn, Aurora.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Since it's literally touching
So you do have to go around and touch it.
17.
17 hits.
you have to,
You
like,
have to move
You
around
don't
to
move
touch
around.
it, though.
Yeah, she would have.
Oh, I thought it was touching me, but yeah.
it was just like,
It's a quick
fine.
thing, yeah.
Okay. Can I borrow one of your D10s? Or
Assuming.
all of your D10s,
All of,
honestly.
how many?
I need 5.
wow.
4.
Did you cast at level 3?
I cast, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
17. Wow, I cannot count.
Wait, which one's heavy?
17, 25, 30.
30 damage.
Holy
Nice.
4.
34 damage.
This one's yours.
Because that was a 9 out of 6.
Alrighty. Wow. So it just. You hear this like. You know, like Toothless's little
Yeah.
thing he does? All the vines just start wriggling. And it sounds really eerie and deathly, but
Do these do anything?
Constitution save.
No.
I'm like, do they flicker like they did when she did Dispel Magic any? Like-
not really. They're a bit more meaty.
Okay. Well, I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the end of Aurora's turn.
Oh, wait, no. I'm gonna hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, go ahead, because you can move it.
Nice.
Alright, 23.
Nice. 23.
Oh no! You shook it off.
Yeah, she took it off.
Lucky.
So, go ahead.
Wow, that was nothing. It's 3.
3. All right. Every bit of damage counts.
You're not wrong.
All right.
Move in front of it. Move in front of it, flanking. What? Flank it with me. So,
No, this
other
way,
way.
over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you will be flanking it. It is going to. It's not going to do anything right now.
What?
It's not going to do anything right now. Flint, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try and break free again.
You make a con save.
It's at its turn. We established that last
Correct.
time.
Sorry.
Fuck me! 11.
11. Sorry, buddy.
God damn it. Okay, that's all I can do.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, man. It's just too many vines, man. Can't breathe. You won all the battles in the pool, but
Yeah.
not in vines. It's not your element of expertise.
Nope.
It is the other guy's turns. So they kind of they move almost like still motion pictures, stop motion. Yeah. And this one right here, next to Sailor, is going to try and make a claw attack on. That is... It's only a 5. Plus 3, so 8.
19.
Yeah, you're fine. The other one, however, is going to kind of go like this and it's going to shoot needles out.
At me?
Yeah, you're the one that can see.
Well, there's a fallen rock.
A fallen rock.
That's like a quarter cover.
Nope. Okay. That is a 15.
19.
19. Jeez, you are hard to hit, buddy.
I want to be.
I'm a 19 too, but I'm fucking grappled.
Sorry.
I know, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
And it's gonna take its turn.
Its turn?
Its turn. So make
Con
your
save.
save.
Nope. 12. I don't
Sorry,
think
bud.
that saves, right?
Nope.
Fuck you.
Bring it up again. Yeah, it's a 14.
Oh, that sounds bad.
16 damage.
-3, and I'm really fucking hurt.
It is just squeezing the life out of you. He's got a bit of the flight still left him. I will say,
It sounded like it was constipation.
instead of being in his belly now, you're like up in its gullet.
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
just-
That was perfect. That was awesome. That was hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
That was funny.
That was perfect. Perfect timing. Oh my god. I'm so stressed
Man.
too. Like that relieves the stress a little.
All right.
Pops his back.
2 slam attacks against Aurora. It's right in front of it. It's gonna go.
Anymore.
That is a 15 and 14.
Neither hit.
Damn. All right.
Doesn't matter. I was gonna say, I do have a question for future reference though.
Yeah.
I can't. She is within 5 feet of me. I can't use protection.
No.
can I just want to be useful.
Alrighty. Yeah. That's its turn. Sailor, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk?
Magic missile at 3rd level.
Okay.
That's not what I was gonna
3
do. I was
to
gonna be like,
this one and 2 to this one.
Good enough.
What you gonna do?
We all die. You're gonna kill
So
yourself.
I'll do the one that shot things at me first.
Gotcha.
So that's 9. No wait, sorry. Yeah, 9
Okay.
to it, and then 6 to the one near me.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, they're still up, but you blew off like some of the twigs and limbs around them.
Yep.
But good to know. Use this action. It waited on that one, so it's going to.
And I will use my bonus action to hide.
You're not a rogue, buddy. You can't do that.
Why not?
Things
You're
are
not a rogue.
Not from that one. Oh, okay. I have to use my action to hide. Never mind. So,
Remind me the rules for the earthquake spell you did.
Oh jeez.
don't tell him.
Bigger. 20-foot cube.
You can see. Choose a point you can see.
Oh, it's
on
going to
the
be
ground.
right on it.
Oh, okay.
So will
It's
it
gonna
take
hurt
its own
it.
damage?
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I'll explain.
Choose a point you can see on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Additionally, the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Each 5-foot square portion of the area requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Alright. So what it does is it takes that limb and just like churns the ground up right around it, like all the area right around it, and make dex saves.
Me?
Yep, both of you.
Oh, you were just using that as like a basis for...
Yeah.
Oh,
9.
I'm gonna make a con save.
Yes.
4. Oh, 10.
11.
For the poison.
It's 12.
Wait, is this
Shit, you're so close. Huh?
It's his face.
It's the line underneath it tells you the difference between the two.
So what'd you roll?
2 and
10?
6.
What about you, Soria?
Natural 2.
It was 4.
And you said the spell calls 3d8?
312 for me.
3d12 for you? Okay. I'll do...
She's level 5, so it would increase.
Yeah.
Is that a druid?
So it's 2
spell? Like a
D8.
capability or... Like, is it
I'm just...
because
It's just the flavor. Okay, so you guys take 12 points of damage each. As it just yanks the ground out from underneath you and just you fall into pits of rocks and all kinds of shit. But that's the end.
My turn.
So yeah,
I'll
yep.
bite it in the butt again.
Bite on the butt. See if you can take this thing down.
Natural 20!
Yes!
Okay, 5.
I just realized I could be making attack rolls at disadvantage.
13.
Well, that would take your action.
13.
Right, but I could be doing damage.
Yeah, or trying to escape.
13 damage. String
13
saving-
damage, okay.
String saving throw.
Bring saving throw. It's alright. Natural 19.
Okay.
13 damage. Oh, shit.
I can still attack while I'm in
Hey.
Alright.
there. Just
It is.
I didn't realize that.
It's starting to like. Things are falling off of it. And it looks like it's getting weaker. It's still got a big giant arm though. Alright. Aurora, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Flint.
Thank God.
Make a perception check to see him, because you have to be able to see him, right?
I think it's just if I can hear her.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's healing word.
well, let me check. Because you might be deafened.
I was pretty sure I was blinded. And that was
Blinded, restrained, and able to break. Yeah, so you can hear.
So no perception.
No perception, just roll.
Okay, that's 7.
Okay.
7 points.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Everything's useful.
Is it plus your proficiency bonus? Oh, is it just
Say
plus
add
2?
Anything, it just says plus 2.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Hold of Dead on it.
Oh, okay.
Let you listen.
Okay. That is a 10.
No.
Alright. So D12.
That was a
7 on damage.
trick
7.
right there.
Yeah.
7 damage, alright.
It like popped up and then fell down again.
Doom! It just vibrates all of the vines. Some of them fall away, and one of the skulls on its shoulder just cracks. And just falls on the ground.
How's it looking?
Rough. And then...
My turn?
Nope, at the end of his turn, it's going to, or at the end of Aurora's turn, it's going to make an attack against her. 16.
Not on my class is 16.
So it hits.
Where's the flower? Oh, good.
That is 14 damage.
Protect the flower. And Aurora.
My turn?
Literally
It's
every
your turn, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna swing at it from inside.
Oh. Sorry, it's their turn.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I brought them in a little bit.
No, you're good.
Turn after.
You're good.
This time. Same thing.
At me, bitch.
All right. Ha! 21.
Shield.
24. Whatever.
Invincible, essentially.
Just ding right off her freaking shield. And then the other one's gonna go after you too, and it's gonna be like, no, my friend, I will kill you. It's gonna roll a natural 20.
Oh shit, that
Really?
Literally, pretty much the only thing that can hit me is natural 20s.
Yeah.
Because they're automatic.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Oh man, it's a ranged attack too.
Although
An argument could be made.
An argument could be made that I need to make damage on you because I haven't damaged you in freaking years, man.
you did with the crocodile.
Yeah, you almost killed me with the crocodile.
That's true.
But you do take 15 points of damage.
That's not bad. You're okay.
Oh, I'm shielded from the wrong one.
It just gets you in the butt, like it's like you got like a tetanus shot, or
Yeah.
a tetanus shot.
It was this one.
No, this one.
Which
No,
one?
the purple one
That
hit
one
you.
did?
You shielded the. Nice,
Fine.
nice.
So now it's my turn.
Now it's your turn.
I'm attacking from inside at disadvantage. No. Again. Probably still no. It's a fucking 13.
Nope.
Class is 14. Or it's easy.
Maybe should
Or
try to get
actually,
out.
less than that.
15.
Less than that. It was a 12.
Sorry, man. You can't move. You're being constricted.
I know.
You can't even reach your weapon
I know.
barely.
Save.
At its turn, not my turn.
It is its turn now, so make your con save.
Fucking God. Wait, con save?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Fucking, I saved 18.
18. You finally
Oh, no,
saved.
17. Sorry. Does that make a difference?
Watch it make a difference.
No, it's a 14. It's been a 14.
Yeah, it's a 14. Save.
Please tell me
It
I
might
don't
be
take
half
damage.
You do not take damage.
God bless.
You're able to just push it away enough to where it doesn't force more air out of your lungs.
It's so stressful.
Alright, the rest of its turn, it's gonna just beat down as much as it can on you. The ground's just torn up beneath you, but it's just going for it. Death
Oh
rose.
no. We don't have any healing potion, do we? You do? Okay.
She's
That's right.
That's
right.
correct. Natural 19.
Shit.
Hits, alright. Same thing. 14 damage.
I'm dead.
You're not
She's
dead.
dead. She's
You're
down.
down.
Oh god.
Alright. That's the end of its turn. Sailor, you're up.
Okay.
Con save to shake off the poison.
11 again. I don't. I'll just cast Magic Missile at 5th level again.
5th
All-
level?
Sorry.
I'd be like, what the shit?
3rd level?
What level are you,
Still
sir?
All on the big thing.
All in the big thing.
Good. Fucking kill it.
17.
Oh, I think you guys did this twice. How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Okay, I'll set it up for you. You see it come down. It swipes in with its vines. Aurora blocks it with their shield, and then the trunk just comes down and slams her into the ground, and she's not getting up. And it just.
I want them to. Can I kind of make out Flint's shape?
Oh no.
Yeah, you see him moving around in there because he tried to attack last turn.
Kind of like, okay, so I release them and they all turn. They go around the rock and like spiral.
Okay.
And they kind of outline Flint's shape and like and burrow.
Cut him out.
Yeah, cut him out and then like continue to burrow from the inside.
All right. So
some of them
they
shoot
go
out.
in there and like they just cleave straight through. It's like cutting through like a pie. You kind of like cut out a shape.
Yeah.
And then they just boil through like everything. You see like little bits of vine just and then they just come out the head. And, well, not the head, but the giant elk head that was in the top.
Like little fireworks.
No, I need to make a wisdom saving throw. No, just kidding.
Oh, sorry.
Wisdom saving
It
throw.
didn't have a head.
I wanted that.
Yeah, it didn't have a head. There's plenty of skulls on it, but it doesn't.
Elk head, and I wanted that.
Well, you can grab the horn, but it is annihilated. You
What
are still
happens
on
to
the
other
ground.
things?
They just turn to stone, pretty much. They're petrified wood, essentially.
Okay.
I'll run.
I'm popping out of beach.
You still have your turn.
I will
So
use
immediately.
I'll run up to Aurora.
Well, are we out of initiative?
Well, he's in the last of the round, so it would be him.
Well, I'm also super fast, so I'll just like to Aurora.
Okay.
And medicine check as a bonus action? Question mark?
I'll allow it.
Slash out of initiative medicine check.
You made it to her, so I won't make her make a saving throw.
10.
You stopped the outer bleeding, but
She heals her. She's healing her.
I was gonna say because it's a lot of internal bleeding. You can't really like stop it.
I can imagine. I'm just like,
What do I do? 5. Okay, you are now up.
I'm like
You just.
I'm like hyperventilating from like being suffocated, and I see the fucking things that moved, and I'm like, what the fuck are those things? And I'm gonna run over. I'm just gonna chop at them. Fucking chop them down.
that one's mine!
Do you want to take them home with
I
you?
toss him a hand axe to go chop it,
Chop it with the hand.
and I fucking break. This
I'm
shit
not
down.
proficient with hand axes.
What does that mean?
Make an attack roll.
Does it?
No. Just make an attack roll. I want to see what happens. Okay,
Oh,
you're fine.
16.
You just. And it's all in pieces.
My rage.
I just fucking
Yeah, you're
destroy
fine.
this thing,
You're
eviscerate
fine.
it.
You still have the bar.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's go
breathing
back.
very heavily.
Come on back.
Do you
Wait,
want?
wait, I want to see if there's
Yeah,
flowers in the thing.
I also want to check out these rocks a bit more.
So, make an investigation
Can
check.
we do this while we take a short rest?
Thank God.
You hit
I only have 1 hit dice left, so it doesn't matter.
I'm using
Hey, that's 6. Alright, I'm not going down. Best.
22 plus 9.
So, whoever wants to investigate the shambling mound, you can investigate it. And whoever wants to investigate the
I will
stones.
check the creature. What'd you call it?
Anyone who it's big enough to where like you can all like look around it.
14.
What are we investigating? Are we all investigating?
mound.
Would I roll for religion if I did the mound?
Unless you want to tell like what it is, no.
I want
Like
to
more about it.
I want to investigate the rocks.
I want to know about.
We'll make a wisdom check.
I made
It's
a
not
14 on my
necessarily-
investigation on the creature.
Made 11.
I want to investigate the rocks.
These are weird things. It is the boogeyman of vines.
I want to investigate the rocks.
Investigate rocks, okay. Roll for that.
18.
And show me what you're investigating.
11. The creature.
Creature.
The,
Okay.
like, basically to look for more flowers.
I was looking for the flowers as well.
Here we go. Okay. So you got a 14?
Yes.
Okay, so you start searching through, and actually you're searching out because you started inside. You're clawing your way out, and you touch something harder than the rest of the vines,
Okay.
but it's kind of like squishy,
Okay.
and you try to like squeeze it, and your hands go through, and it's like it kind of like ekes out a little bit.
Gross.
And you had reached into someone's abdomen.
Ugh, fun. Okay.
Oh, it's all swelled from the gases inside.
Yeah.
You pull it a little bit more because you're like, I'm already in here. What the hell? You pull a little bit more, and you notice there's a small ring. Has like it's a silver ring.
Okay.
Has chevrons around the band.
Okay.
And there's a row of crystals set in the top half of it.
I'll take it.
Okay. You looking on the outside notice.
I don't find anything else other than the ring.
No, we're not gonna get to it.
Okay.
Between you, you also notice there's a set in one of the skulls that was mounted on to the mound. There's a it's kind of like an ornamental skull. It seems to have like engulfed maybe this person's house or something, but there's a jewel embedded into the face of the skull, and
You found that.
it is a tiger's eye gem.
I think it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll identify later.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
I'm gonna climb out of the body and go over to Sailor.
I'm investigating rocks right now.
Okay.
Hey, Sailor.
I rolled an 18.
An 18.
When you're done looking at those rocks, can you come tell me what this thing is? And I hold the ring.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the rocks.
Trying to discern what they might.
Other
do.
than what
Activate if
Aurora
there
figured
is
out
such
about
a
the
thing.
religion
Okay.
and about Picati, there's not much else. They're really old, but from her you learned that this is supposed to be like this. They're supposed to be worn and like road less traveled, pretty much.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright. Can I use the rest of that investigation check to look for flowers?
In the mound, they found everything in the
Oh,
mound.
no, like around the area.
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing.
I think there's only the one flower. I don't see any at least.
Can you tell me what this ring does?
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna do that with Tiger Eye as well.
So if you want to cast Identify or...
I will cast Identify. If you want me to do the gem, I can do that too. But
Yeah.
we'll be here for like 20 minutes.
Can we go back to the place and then you identify it?
Yeah. That way she can go ahead and get started on the
So
person.
you guys make your way back. Ring in tow as well as Jim.
Keeping an eye out for any other
Yeah,
fucking
Coxon's
creepy things.
Coxon is listening.
You're fine for now.
Okay.
Um,
Don't want to fight another
a Minotaur attacks you.
God
No.
damn it! I don't want to fight another
But,
one. Either.
You make it
I
back.
like those. Those are
They
fun.
were kind of fun.
Despite me not.
You hear noises from up in the treehouse, and one of the horses is standing and looks like it's like, where the hell are those guys? Where the hell are those guys? And you see one of them hiding behind a tree, and it's like it's the male, and he's like holding his arm.
Oh, the horse kicked him!
But yeah, he's just like over there.
Old lady.
What do you do?
I see that? The male doing that?
Yeah.
I'll sit
Said
down
I
and
told you
start.
not to mess with his ears.
Well,
Oh,
do what I want. And
God, we
he
can't understand
turns
them.
away like,
we can't understand.
oh yeah,
them.
you can't.
I will cast comprehend languages for 10 minutes.
he looks at y'all and he's like, well, I do what I want, and kind of he seems very shy, but
And then I will cast identify.
all right, cool.
Old lady Velagra. Is that how you say it?
Voladra, I believe.
Velagra.
No, it's not
V-
Viagra.
You said Velegra.
Yeah. Velagra.
Velegra.
Velegra?
Velegra.
I have it written down.
I know, I don't know.
We'll go with Velegra.
Velegra.
No. Velgra.
Velgra?
Velgura.
Velgura, okay.
We'll go with that because the other one sounds like Viagra.
We have your flowers.
Head pops out the window. What do you want? Oh, okay. Come here. She grabs the king quick and comes down.
You have it?
And when she gets down, she's like, damn, y'all got the heat up pretty bad. What'd you run into?
I don't look like I got it.
Shut up.
Fuck
Most
you.
of y'all. You alright now, sweetie? You take it easy. Man, I haven't spelled one reason for you.
Has this poison ward?
Yeah, you're
off?
fine.
Okay.
She's been barfing most of the way back, but
I don't think I ever got saved.
No, you didn't.
She heads back upstairs and says, well, if y'all want to come up and
I take a swig of my flask that I filled up.
I'll be up in a little bit.
yeah, she invites you up.
Okay.
So you go up,
Stay with you.
and
Wait, 'cause I wanna go.
the inside is very small, especially for you. But there's some wicker furniture. There's a small wooden stove with some pots and stuff, and then a big cauldron to one side. It's a circular treehouse. And there's a fire stoked underneath it. And there's some steam rising out. It's full of bubbly stuff. You don't know what. There's a few animal skins on one side, and there's a little lizard that keeps running around. And it's just like licking things and moving back around. Sometimes it crawls up on her, and she's like, boop, boop. And she takes the flower. She walks over to the cauldron and says, we'll have that good old sucker up in a minute. Yep, Caboose will be all right. And she sets it in. And
Wait, how's his name?
I told her it.
Oh, you did?
she can also read thoughts. What was once black in the cauldron turns to a vibrant green, and it was maybe like 4 or 5 gallons of liquid seeps down to only like a few drops, and it gives off the same smell as the flower. Very pungent, but nice. It's a good smell. It's a very floral, spring-like smell. And she scoops it up with a little glass vial, and she puts a little cork in it. She says, give this to me, and in a few hours she will start to grow a little leg back there. You should be all dandy.
I just picture Deadpool.
Thank you very much.
Don't be dying over here that much. That's not good. Yeah, that's about all I got. If you guys want to stick around, I got plenty jars I can put your heads in.
Yeah.
I can tell what you guys are thinking, just so you know.
Outside of a tree.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
we're outside
downstairs
the
and
tree.
put it on the horse.
I'm in there with her.
Okay.
But why?
So you give it to the horse.
Yeah.
Caboose takes it and kind of licks it down, and kind of gives a shiver. But other than that, he kind of falls into a deep sleep. He's right now unconscious, but you assume it's working.
After identify, I'll also start, like,
So
around the
what is it?
horses, I'll start Liam's tiny hut.
Okay, so you're starting the hut, and you cast identify on
Ring.
the ring.
And the jewel.
And the jewel.
What is it? What's the ring? What's the cool ring I found? I want to use it. I found it.
I cast the spell.
Okay, I would have just put it on.
It could be cursed.
Okay.
I can't. Don't look at it.
I won't look at it.
What is it?
Oh.
It has one.
Oh.
What is
It
it?
has one in it?
What is it?
It's a cursed ring.
Fuck you. Insight check, do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Against.
Deception.
18.
I don't think that was 12.
He's smiling a lot.
Yeah, I don't believe him. Fuck you, what's it do?
I think it holds memories. Like there's a thing I read about one time called a fantasy. I think it holds
Essentially.
up like an hour of memory, but I think it has one in it.
Okay, I'll put it on. What does it do?
Oh, and that's just a type graph. Worth 50? I didn't look at the number.
Oh, 150.
150 gold.
What is this item called?
The Ring of Memories. I don't know if it's... I don't know if I homebrewed it or not.
It's a homebrew.
Let's see if I have it here.
Do I have to attune to it?
We'll say during this long rest you managed to attune to it enough to read the memory, and then by the morning you can do other things with it.
I'm so excited. I don't know what the memory is.
I want to know what the memory is too.
Well, fuck you, I'm not telling you.
You
'Cause
said we're taking
you
a
told me
long
it was
rest.
cursed.
Yes.
I do.
It was a joke.
Are we taking a long rest?
Yeah, are we taking a long rest?
Not
That's why I
yet.
couldn't find it.
I'm assuming
It's
you're
not in this
tuning
thing.
into that.
Yeah, no, I am.
Well, then, we'll do the memory first and then all that.
This will be cool. This will be cool. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
I need to
Hopefully
get...
we can get to Aflanka before too long.
Yeah, it's not far from here.
I don't know why.
You're just like, holy crap.
I'm so excited. It's my first magical item. I fucking found it. I can use it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, what if it...
Oh, here we go.
What is this?
What if it holds more than a memory? Like a curse.
I'm assuming he's going to... Do you want to, like, tell them what the memory is? Or should I just be secret? It's a whole paragraph of stuff, so...
I want to...
I don't want to make everybody walk
I wanna know it
outside.
first before I tell them.
Okay.
I don't want to tell them right away.
So-
Can I just read it?
It's cool if I say it, though.
Oh, well, I don't want to have them all leave. But I want to...
Alright.
If I decide that I want to share it...
I will
can
read
you
it out loud.
Okay.
I've read it a bunch of times. And afterwards I can tell you the backstory of it. It's really cool.
In other words, he wants us all to know about.
Yes.
I know he does.
And would you say it's a cool backstory?
About the memory.
Someone left an instruction guide in the ring.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and tell them.
Okay. So you can honestly just pass it around and they can read it.
No, I want to keep it.
But
No, like experience.
yeah,
memory.
so
Oh,
that's
okay.
we'll say everybody experiences this. Your vision fades and it's almost like you're dropped in, much like the pensive visions. You're dropped into this fuzzy, kind of whimsical, mysterious memory. Your form is there, but not there. And you see a man, and he approaches a door set in the middle of woods. It's dry. It's not like where you are. Everything's green and vibrant, but you see a door, metal in construction, with rods and pipes running the length of the frame. A large iron wheel sits in the center of the door, and you notice a slight patina on the surface.
It's like what?
A slight patina, like
Yeah. Shot.
oxidation. Yeah. You turn the wheel a full 2 revolutions, and it locks with a resonating thud. Pulling the door open, a smell of salt and millennia-old silts hits your senses. The door swings out further, revealing a shimmering ocean held fast from flowing out by some unimaginable force. Peering into the water, you see no sign of a surface. However, 2 figures in the distance catch your eye. With intricate suits of metal, they stride on the cliff edge, overlooking the ocean.
Having seen the memory, can I make out any details about the men in the distance?
Is that all?
It's not a long memory, but it is a memory.
Having seen
You
the
said there was a
memory-
man that opened the door.
Yes. Make a perception check in memory mode.
So disadvantage?
No. Just,
Okay.
no.
Natural 20.
Oh, thank God.
17.
Because mine was
Okay.
terrible. It was
So you can't tell
13.
too much because of the way your vision is right now. But the man, he's covered in not so much rags, just very old-looking, tattered clothing. It's black. The seams are wide with heavy stitching. He's got like a leather piece of armor, kind of like a breastplate. And you don't see any weapons or anything on him, but he seems humanoid. You can't really make out his actual race. You're staying behind him. But the 2 suits of metal you see, there's tethers that go up. You can't see the top though. There's no sign of a surface of any of the water that they're in. And the
So
cliff
we're
edge.
underwater?
You didn't step through the door.
But if you had stepped through, you'd be in.
We'd be
Yeah.
underwater.
Yes.
Like you're
And
underwater.
the cliff just
Like
cuts
I'm-
off, and you can't see anything past it. Like it's just deep ocean.
That's really cool. Okay, I take my ring back.
Cool.
And,
And that's where we'll end tonight.
cool.
Thank you guys.
That
We
was
take a long rest.
good game, guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
long rest. Enjoy.
I'm so excited to listen to this.